Welcome back to the Yins Betcha podcast. It is officially hate week. We have a bunch to get through, to get to. We had Thanksgiving yesterday. We got a late start today. We are in the second quarter of the Chiefs-Raiders game. It's Black Friday, so we wanted to do that today. A little bit of a late start, but we will get through all of this. We got yesterday's game for Thanksgiving. We got 3 games to get through. We have college recap, preview, NFL recap, preview, and we have, of course, Ohio State, Michigan, hate week, our predictions, what's going to happen. I don't know about you, but right now, I don't even want to really do it, but we will do it at the end of the show. It's going to be a great little chapter that we're going to have on the show today, but yeah.
We're almost so late. I was like, "Fuck it, do we even record
I know.
this week?"
It was like it's Friday.
Do we want to
But
talk?
that would have
about
been the only thing is like that would have been a lot of football for next week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we would have been here for probably 4 hours, I think.
Right,
So
right.
I'm glad we're kind of getting through something. So I guess where we can start, it is 3-3. There's 6:08 left in the second quarter of this Chiefs-Raiders game. Before coming on, Kevin, you said you would have taken the Chiefs.
I actually would have taken Kansas City minus 13. I feel like, man, they got to be due for a blowout.
Right.
But now that the game is playing out, they'll probably not cover it.
Yeah. I mean, the last 2 weeks, this defense has actually not looked as good as they have all year. The Panthers game, and now here they're 3-3 in Chiefs Kingdom. So, crazy. But
I doubted this team all through the playoffs last year. I felt like, okay, this is the first time they're going on the road.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that as successful as Kansas City's been, and on this run, they've always had home field. So that's a huge advantage, especially at their stadium.
Right.
So, I'm tired of doubting them. But yeah, so the Raiders just missed a 56-yard field goal, hit the bottom of the goalpost there. So now Kansas City gets great field position. But Daniel Carlson, man, former Viking, I will never forget when Zimmer cut him, maybe rightfully so, because he really struggled his rookie year when Minnesota drafted him. He single-handedly lost us a game up in Lambeau. They actually tied. They tied the game. But so...
Isn't he
now he's like one of the best kickers?
Yeah, he is. He is a good kicker. Yeah. Right.
So, Minnesota found they drafted Riker this year, and he was good.
He is good.
They got hurt. Parker Roma's come in and done a nice job. So I don't miss him anymore, but I did miss him for several years because we weren't finding a kicker. We couldn't get one. So
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving, as I already said to everyone out there who's listening. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Like I said, we got kind of a lot to get through. But today, there's already been some games that started in the college football. So we can go through them if you'd like. Kind of up to you there. Minnesota, Wisconsin played. Boise State, Oregon State has already played. Colorado. Man,
they put a whooping on
Oklahoma State, yeah. Ohio, Ball State. We got Maction, Miami, Ohio, Bowling Green. Okay, cool. Yeah, and then we got the Egg Bowl right now, which is playing 3-0 Ole Miss over Mississippi State right now.
Yep. Am I allowed to take Colorado for my favorite of the week?
Yeah. Already done.
Too late.
Already done. 52-0. That's crazy.
Yeah. Good bounce back after the disappointing game. They cost me my parlay.
Yeah.
Last week, the only game with the hoops.
Yeah, so these games are already previewed and recapped now because they're already done for the week. So, so Minnesota gets a good win though over Wisconsin. Wisconsin, that's sad. That's pretty sad. They can't beat the Gophers at all. 24-7. I don't really know.
It makes Oregon struggle with a little tougher there, especially since I was at Camp Wrangler.
Yeah,
Minnesota put an ass whooping on.
Yeah. Interesting there for sure.
So no real significant game. So let's go. We'll kind of rewind back to last week a little bit. Georgia Tech did eke out a win over NC State on Thursday night.
Mm-hmm.
Friday, I know Michigan State held on, couldn't cover against lowly Purdue.
Yeah.
I tried to predict San Jose State for the second straight week. Pull off an upset. Didn't.
Didn't it?
We covered, won that one by 11. It's starting to look, especially after Army got their ass kicked. Tulane lost last night, so it's starting to look like really the winner of UNLV Boise State is going to be the best chance of
a group of five,
playoff spot. Obviously, somebody makes it. It's whoever who the highest ranked team is. I mean, you got to think Boise's in line for it, but they are going to potentially have to play UNLV for a second time. So that's going to be pretty interesting to see if they can do that. Granted, they will get it at home.
Yeah. And right now they're slated. I mean, Boise State is in right now, but UNLV is outside looking in. I mean, I don't really know exactly where they are outside looking in, but yeah. Okay.
Well, let's go through our locks of the week. Yeah. So we'll start with you, Tyler. You had your favorite.
I suck.
Was Ole Miss -10. And I had him in a parlay as well, and Florida beat him outright.
Florida has looked so much better, and I said it last week. Florida has just been a different team over the last 2 games, and they're striving to be even better.
I think they're going to really bounce back next year.
Yeah.
So they'll be an interesting team to watch. Next year. Your underdog was Charleston Southern. It's 33.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So actually, I screwed up when I was kind of tallying the points earlier. I was for some reason taking Florida State as your favorite. Even I wrote down Charleston Southern plus 33.5. That was your underdog. So Florida State went by 34.
Of course.
So you actually got zero for that.
Yeah.
So I apologize. You had a 0-point week. We'll get to the NFL here in a minute, but so you got
terrible
out, this past week. I had Minnesota plus 11.5, and I was watching that game in the palm of my hand, leaving the Michigan game on the CBS Sports app, and I had a chance to win that game outright.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we didn't get to watch the game since we were in Michigan there, but I was keeping tabs on it and seeing some of the highlights of it. Pretty exciting pick 2, if you want to call it that. The 2-point conversion they took back and got a 2-point conversion out of it. But got 3 points with the cover. And then I had SMU as my favorite of the week, laying 9.5 at Virginia. So
nice
I got
pick.
that win. And on the road, I got 5 points. So took 8 points out of that college slate.
I am so bad.
To give myself a lead.
So bad. Yeah.
We'll see if you can bounce back this week.
Yeah, hopefully.
Bad thing is now you got to pick either a Friday night or a Saturday.
At this point.
Since we're starting late.
Yeah. No, it'll be okay. We'll bring it back. I hope. All I can do is hope. Yeah. One game I do want to talk about. BC, UNC, 41-21 after that. Mac Brown.
Got fired.
Fired. Yeah. Done. Not even let go. I mean, not even said he wanted to just, retire. He got fired.
And he had made a comment, I don't remember who he made it to, but he had made a comment a week before that he planned on staying.
He wanted to stay?
That he wasn't done. So
that's so sad.
Yeah, it was a little cold. We'll get some more cold firings when we get to the NFL talk. We were just talking about before we went on the air. But so your boy Arthur Smith is rumored. I don't know if you saw that yet.
No.
I just heard about that this morning. Your offensive coordinator for the Steelers. That North Carolina's interested.
Oh.
Is this breaking news to you?
No, it is. I actually
didn't
know that.
What's your immediate thoughts on that?
Immediate thoughts. I realized that he's just not going to be an offensive coordinator. He deserves to be a head coach somewhere. I don't know where or if it's in the NFL, but I think, hey, if that's a spot you want to go, that's great. Right now, I don't have any. The only thing I'm worried about is who's now what offense we're gonna have next year. Something that's gonna have to be similar. So we'll see about that. But interesting. I kind of like the pick for that. So
not to get too far off topic, talking NFL, but that is an interesting question. Do you think he is one of the biggest reasons for the Steelers' offensive turnaround? Would you put it on him, Russell Wilson, or just a combination of both?
Well, definitely firing Matt Canada last year helped boost. People thought, I even thought week 1 or 2 this year, I was like, we have the same thing. We're looking at the same thing. But then finally the play action that he likes to run and the way that he runs the ball with the linemen blocking a certain way they do, it actually opened up the play action for Russell to roll out, throw to the tight end, and have him run up 6 yards. So it's working a lot better. I have to give him the credit. I probably would. Yeah. I don't think. I mean, finally someone that can air the ball out, though, is another thing. So definitely maybe 50% credit on that. So, yeah.
Fair enough.
So.
The Chiefs just said that. Noah Gray.
No, I wish. I need to know Gray. Wait, is it?
I think it was. He's 84, right?
Please be Noah Gray. No.
Not Watson. Damn, Chiefs had a lot of fucking things.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Kansas City just took a lead right before the 2-minute warning. Mahomes touchdown pass to Watson. So going back to college, Miami. Man, it looked like for a while they weren't going to cover.
Yeah.
And then they poured it on. They were tied at 14 late and then scored.
I took them last week.
Points.
Like it just, actually bet them last week to cover at Wake Forest, and yeah, Miami does it. So I maybe have to stop taking the underdog every time Miami plays.
Yeah, it always seems like their lines are crazy and they're tempting. And
because Miami just can't.
Miami's defense is very good. So
they can't hold anyone.
Well, Cam Ward, he is definitely going to be a top pick. Next year's draft. So, all you Browns fans out there, that might be
I keep seeing Travis Hunter to the Browns. Do you actually want that to happen? Well, you need more than that.
Yeah. The Browns are just that kind of organization that wastes talent. So.
It feels like you just need more than a cornerback wide receiver right now. So
you need somebody to get the fucking ball.
Yeah, right.
So we talked about SMU. Man, I've been on them all year. They're fucking good. I mean, they may win a playoff game.
Yeah, you're right.
I sat here and talked about how they, would make the playoffs within a year or two.
You literally do.
It's going to be this year.
You called them, yeah.
And now, I mean, again, it's all about matchups, and I'm not going to make any, wild predictions until I see matchups, and then we'll go through it at that time.
Yeah.
Where it stands right now, I think they could win a playoff game. Again, if they get the right matchup. So.
Yeah.
We'll kind of, for the sake of time, skip some of the lowly 10 games and kind of get it ranked. Ohio State, yeah. They're good. I mean, I just don't know. I don't want to spend a lot of time on it because I know we're going to preview the Michigan game, but it was almost like the second straight week where they fell behind the first quarter, and I really thought, okay, this time, even when they went behind the Northwestern, it was like, okay, this is Northwestern. They're going to figure it out. They're going to come along. And they did. I was a little perked interest-wise at the tailgate when Indiana went right down the field and scored first. I'm like, after stopping Ohio State, so I'm like, okay, we got a ball game here. And it just came unraveled quickly.
The only thing I hope we can do, which we'll get into, but they always do that for Ohio State, is they start so slow like that, and then hopefully we can do the same thing because that's something we're going to need. We'll get into it.
Yeah,
we'll get into it. But
I mean, I think the reality is Indiana is, they had a light schedule going on into that game.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't beat Michigan by much, and that game was at home, and really. From a coaching standpoint, Michigan could have won that game. I actually think that they were more talented than Indiana. Just more, fucked up a couple of decisions in that game that, took us out of contention there. But I think Indiana's above average. They're always they're a mediocre program and always has been.
Mm-hmm.
They're definitely better than they ever have been.
Yeah.
But I still don't think they're a playoff team.
No.
I know that they're still projected to be in it, and there's a good chance if everything falls into form that they're going to make the playoff. I don't see them winning a game.
Yeah, no, it was a great time for them to be hyped up. It was a great time. I loved seeing it. Everything was, great in that aspect. I love Cignetti. I still do. I just don't. Yeah, now I'm seeing it along the lines of I thought he was just gonna stay there as be the head coach forever, but now I understand he just can't. The way he's able to coach a team, he's gonna need to pay players, and I don't think Indiana and Hoosierville ain't going to do it. So, I think, unfortunately, Ohio State is just the team right now. And even though Oregon's undefeated, I think they're probably the best team, which sucks saying. So, yeah.
If you guys want to know more about that game, just Google it.
Yeah.
See what it is there. I tell you what, though, Ohio State fans, remember with Ryan Day at the interview after the Notre Dame game when he went after, Holtz. And I think they take everything fucking personal. He said the Google comment a fucking month ago.
Yeah.
Way before the Ohio State game.
They're so obsessed. They're so obsessed.
It's so
dude.
fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't about you guys at all.
None.
Like, it was
whatsoever.
about his program.
Yeah.
And they are still better than they, again, have ever been. Like, this is a program that's not used to this.
Right.
And to expect them to go in and beat a team with a $20 million payroll, let's call it what it is.
Right, really, though.
Like, it's not going to fucking happen, you know?
Right.
So, it's so, like, I mean, they put them on the scoreboard of the game. How about running it up, though? Like, let's talk about that for a minute. You know, Henderson busts that long run out, goes down, which was the classy thing to do.
Yeah.
And then Indiana's not using their timeouts, and Day still runs plays and they score fucking.
They scored a touchdown.
That's karma. And Oregon did it to us.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago. And then literally a week later, damn near get upset by Wisconsin. So I'm kind of hoping, even though that didn't involve us at all, I'm hoping that somebody in the Michigan clubhouse saw that.
Yeah.
And part of me, like, I'm expecting the game to get out of hand tomorrow. I really am. If all things are equal, like if you're telling me neither team's going to turn it over, I think we're going to get blown out. We just don't have the talent to keep up. But I hope they run it up on us. I do. If we're going to lose, go ahead, give us fuel for next year so that we can kick your ass in the big house.
Oh,
that's what I'm hoping for. So don't be classy to us. Go ahead and run it up because we'll remember that.
Wow.
So
all right. Yeah.
But I could not believe that when I saw the highlights later on that Henderson did the right thing and then fucking Howard ran right in.
Yeah.
So they could have kneeled on it. There was no need to run it up. And again, they took it personally. I don't know what, like, Dave's fucking psychotic.
Dude, he's insane. He's so just, I don't.
Yeah, he's so. I mean, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping he's over preparing for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, he's so obsessed with us that. But okay, even if you beat us, we beat you 3 straight years when it mattered.
Yeah. Finally, I'm gonna say tomorrow. I can't wait on Monday. I'm gonna say, like, the rivalry's back. Great job.
Right. Well, congratulations, you're the 6th team.
You're the 6th team
this year. So it's not going to change the fact that for 3 straight years they beat them when it mattered.
Yeah.
This is the 4th straight. I'm hoping this is an omen. This is now the 4th straight year Ohio State's ranked number 2 coming into the game. So,
man.
Hey, they're 0 for 3.
Bring it back, yeah.
So, hey, maybe we can do it 4 straight year. I'm kind of glad they're ranked number 2 again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't expect it. So, all right, we'll move on.
Yeah.
I know we'll talk a little bit more about it. Illinois Rutgers. Did you see the end of that game? I almost want to call my Rutgers Rob out there to talk about that game. So
they were down by 1 at the 40-yard line. They were
yes.
Yeah.
So Illinois was going to try a field goal.
Yeah.
They were down 31-30, and they kicked it, and Shiano called timeout. The fucking kick went wide left, I believe.
Oh,
missed it. So then after the timeout, he decided, okay, I've seen a sample of what this kick's going to be.
Yeah.
And I don't like it. So now I'm going to go for it. And they get a fucking 40-yard touchdown.
Oh, my God.
4th down. Got the 2-point version and won 38-31. Holy shit.
Yeah,
I still, I mean, it's been a week now since it happened. And I definitely wouldn't have had the guts to call Rob right then and there to find out his thoughts on that. I know he was there live. Man, that's brutal.
Yeah.
Brutal way to lose.
That is crazy the way that goes down. But now with the way that this team is set up at 8-3, Illinois I don't know, they could get blown out in a bowl game.
Yeah,
like by a good team, I think. Like I'm outside looking in for them right now. I thought they'd actually win a bowl game this year. Their record's showing that they're going to play something pretty darn good. So we'll see for that too. But.
So there's something. This kind of happened in the Steeler game, and then it happened again, I believe on Sunday. And obviously, it's been so long, the games are kind of all mushed in my brain at this point.
Yeah.
So I can't remember exactly what game it was, but I'm almost confident it was on Sunday night because I was watching Red Zone. So, and this for whatever reason, this Illinois Rutgers play made me think of it. Totally different circumstance. This was a circumstance of, he kicked it. Rutgers called a timeout. He saw the kick. He changed his mind. To me, there's nothing wrong with that, right? But what happened, and I know you were at the Steelers Browns game.
Yeah.
And I was texting you when the whole. What was the penalty for Cleveland? It was a 5-yard penalty. I think it was illegal touching when Winston was avoiding the sack. Because everybody kind of thought it might be intentional grounding.
Yes.
So because it hit the lineman, it was an intentional or illegal touch, which was a 5-yard penalty. So the situation was with an incomplete pass, it's 4th and 3, or you take the penalty, it's 3rd and 8. So what happened was Tomlin, I want to make sure I get this right. Tomlin declined the penalty.
Right.
Okay.
It was so confusing on the field. There was 3 different times that the refs changed it, and then on the scoreboard they changed it 4 different times before we were done.
Yeah.
And then they finally.
And they changed it at least 3 times in the broadcast.
Yeah.
But what happened, and I started understanding because it was more egregious on Sunday, and damn it, I can't. I'm not. This is what I was saying. I got to write down fucking notes during the week so that I can, make my references correct. Right? So if anybody out there's listening, if you know what game I'm talking about, please comment.
Yeah.
But it was a little more egregious here. But what's happening is these coaches are finding this is the hot topic rule of the week, in my opinion. They're finding a loophole in the rule book. What Tomlin did and what this other coach on Sunday did, I can't remember the game. What they're doing, they decline the penalty, and then the team is coming out and going for it. And so they're basically at this point now showing their hand, right?
Yeah.
And then the coach is saying, "Oh, wait a minute, stop! Come here, ref. I changed my mind." And to me, like once you've declared whether you're taking the penalty or not, you can't fucking change your mind now unless you call a timeout.
Yeah.
If you want to call a timeout, it's like basketball, right? Like when you're coming for an inbounds pass, coming out of a timeout. Teams go back out there, and now the other team calls timeout and says, okay, now I see how they're setting up. Now I'm going to get my defense straight.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. You're using a timeout.
Right.
But what these 2 coaches did, Tomlin and, again, I forget the other one, what they did was they're waiting for the play to develop. They're coming out and seeing, and then they're saying, they're telling the ref, like, they're without using a timeout.
Yeah, they're trying
that's
to keep
fucked up. Like,
you
can't do that. But apparently there is no rule on it. Like, apparently, up until the snap, they can change their mind on whether they want to accept the penalty or not.
So they could keep guys out there for stop
and see
playing
if you're going to go
for
for it or not. Like, because that is because the Browns only needed a field goal to take the lead.
To take the lead.
So I'm guaranteeing, and it was shitty weather. They were at like the 22, 23 yard line. So you're looking at a 40-yard kick, which isn't much, but in those conditions were. So I'm almost confident that he was like, okay, fuck it. I'm going to decline the penalty and make it 4th down because I'm pretty sure they're going to kick the field goal. And even if he made it, there was still 1:50 to go in the game. So that's plenty of time for Steelers to get the ball back, and all they would have needed was a field goal away. Plenty of time to do that.
Yeah.
But when the offense came out, and he's like, oh, they're going for it. Well, shit. Now they only need 3 yards. I want them to get 8 in this weather.
Yes.
And by the way, up until that point, the Browns were 0 for 12 in the game on 3rd down.
Yeah.
So that's a big deal. So
right.
And so I actually agreed with Tomlin's decision of declining the penalty and make them get 8 yards, which was all null and void because in that particular game, the Browns picked it up anyway. And they probably, I would have guessed would have ran the same play as they ran to get the 1st down anyway. Yeah. But so either way, they got the 1st down.
Right.
But I didn't understand like how, and it hit me. It didn't hit me until Sunday that's what happened. What happened was they're like either playing stupid or saying, "Wait a minute, I've changed my mind on accepting the penalty."
Yeah.
And I just don't think you can go back on that. Like you should it's not your fault. That's part of the strategy. That's part of the strategicness around it. It's like a chess game, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to make my decision. Now you have to make yours. And for me to counter that, the only way I think you can counter it is by calling a timeout. You should have to use a timeout.
But you have to. But if you're Tomlin in that situation or any coach at that point, you'd have to know if they're going for it or not. Because that was the exact reason why he was accepting or declining.
Agree with that. I don't think that should be part of their decision.
Yeah.
So when a penalty's called,
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, if a penalty's called, they can't say, well, is the opposing coach, what's their next play going to be? You can't ask them that.
Right.
That's part of because they're waiting for you to decide. That might be part of their decision. Are they going to accept the penalty or they're not?
Yeah, so
that might make up my mind of what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like the penalty's happening. The penalty happened on the play before,
right?
Not the play that's coming up. So when that penalty's called, you should have to make that fucking decision because you're talking about the play that just happened, not the play that's coming. So
right.
that needs to supersede what's coming next. So you have to make the choice. You're taking it or you're not, and then that's it.
Yeah.
And to me, the only way around that is to maybe I guess you can convince me that if you use a timeout and then change your mind, maybe. But even then, if you call a timeout, to me, like, even though a play hasn't been run yet, to me, like, the statute of limitation has expired.
Yes.
Like, you can't fucking go back and say, wait a minute. I don't
the fact that you can I didn't know you could keep, like, changing your mind.
I mean,
whatever
the
they wanted
offense
to
can,
do.
though. The offense can. I mean, obviously, Illinois proved that on Saturday, right?
Yeah.
They went out and they tried the field goal.
Right.
Rutgers called a timeout. He missed the fucking kick. And coach was like, ooh, shit.
Well, let's go for it.
So let's go ahead and go for it.
Yeah.
So, like, that's why I do agree that you should be able to give the defense that luxury of changing but they're not the ones on offense, so they can't, like, predict what you're going to do.
Yeah.
So
right.
I just don't like that it's okay for them to show their hand, I guess, and then you call them back over and say, you know what, I will take the penalty. Wait a minute.
Well, that's what I mean. How is the NFL allowing this to keep going? They're allowing it to keep going.
I have not seen a single, like, I watched PTI, which was really the only sports show I watched. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if it was on Get Up. I don't know if anybody else talked about it.
Yeah.
This is my hot topic button of the week.
Right.
I'm sure if I Googled it that I would probably find other people upset about it.
Right.
But I do feel like it's one of those, like, weird rules, kind of like the Oregon coach exploited against Ohio State.
Literally.
It was one of those, I'm going to have too many men on the field to
so
run down the clock. So I think it's just one of those, and it was just funny that I don't remember seeing it, and I saw it twice in really 2 days. So I'm like, I think whoever saw Tomlin do it Thursday was like,
let me think. Yeah,
I think I can get away with this, and so I don't know. We may see it more before the year's over.
That's kind of crazy. Then they're going to fix it, of course, but
yeah, probably.
Yeah,
and that's the thing. Like, that's the one thing I'll say is I'm not saying that it's bullshit, because it is. If it's not a rule, then you can't bitch about it. Right?
Yeah, right.
If you don't like the rule, change the rule.
Yes.
Like, that's the way it goes, and,
right.
I agree with that. I do think it should be changed, because I don't agree with the fact that the other coach is showing his hand, and then you can just call him back over and say never mind.
Yeah.
So I do think that you should have to go. So Chiefs are trying a 59-yarder.
That was a
short. The Raiders are going to return it here, which is always interesting.
And Alabama's going to win. And Auburn's going to win the football game.
He was only 81 yards short.
Yeah.
So we have 10-3 Chiefs at the half. They're still kind of in line to cover this game, really.
Yeah.
It's a little boring game, so we're going to halftime here.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll move back on to the college, get off the soapbox here a little bit. Are we talking about any of the SEC teams and their fucking bye weeks?
Yeah, bye weeks.
UMass and UTEP and...
It just kept, we previewed it last week, and it's really...
The only reason we need to talk about it is if any of them ever lost.
Yes, yeah, right. So we're not going to do that. Yeah. A lot of Ivy League schools this week or last week that went at it. Princeton, Penn, Yale, Harvard went at it last week too. By the way,
we talked about your Knowles getting off the schneid here, covered by 1 point. rough season to be a Seminole.
Yeah, really. That sucks. I took that. I can't believe that.
How about some FCS? How about South Dakota taking down North Dakota State 29-28?
Yeah.
Pretty exciting game there.
Here's one.
Boy, the middle slate was kind of
it's kind of rough right now.
We thought Kansas, Colorado. You had everything in front of you.
Yeah, what happened?
Kansas is just hot right now, man.
They are, and unfortunately, they're 5-6. But
right, they took too long to get going, but
yeah,
they've got some good wins on the resume this year.
Yeah,
for sure. Tennessee, Kentucky, that game kind of went the way I thought. Kentucky, find a way not to get blown out.
They covered. I mean, Kentucky did cover. So
something about Texas, I'm getting less and less, excited about them. Like, maybe that's the way they want it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think they obviously got a big game this week with A&M. A&M's pissed off right now.
A&M's pissed off.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. Speaking of A&M, I don't know the other news you saw this morning, which I kind of expected. Mm-hmm. So obviously the big news of the week was, and we haven't even gotten to it yet, but I know we're going to talk Michigan later. Bryce Underwood is coming to Ann Arbor. But yeah, we've now lost 2 quarterbacks that were committed to us, including Brady Hart. So I was kind of excited about that because he had Brady with Tom Brady and then Mike Hart.
Yeah,
all in one name. I thought that was a perfect Michigan combination, but he is now going to be an Aggie. So he's going to
Texas A&M. Yeah.
At least that's what he's saying. I mean,
really.
Nothing's fucking set in stone until you get there and take a snap.
Yeah.
And even there, you might only get him for a year.
Yeah.
Arizona State BYU. What a weird, crazy ending.
What a game, though, right?
Yeah.
Like, what a game.
Came back.
Yeah. ASU, man. Wow. That's a team, like you said, can win a first-round game.
Yeah,
easily. Yeah. Like, they're hot. Watch out, dude. Dude, those pitchforks are going to be rolling, man.
Yeah.
They're rolling. Yeah. What a fun team. I wish back when Herm Edwards was coaching this team, I wanted them to be very good. Like, I wanted them to be the team. I thought they were going to be the team with Herm Edwards. Fortunately not, but now they're back. Yeah, they're all the way back. So.
You saw the chaos at the end of that, right?
At the end of the game?
Yes.
Yeah, dude, like I
put 1 second back on. The fans came on the field. Goalposts
go down,
and they were like, "Wait a minute, there's a second left." And I tell you what the fuck was Arizona State doing at the end of that game?
I know.
Like it was like 4th and 49. They kept running backwards.
Right.
Like number one, as a college athlete, I would be pissed that my stats show up as minus 50 yards rushing.
That's what I mean. Like, what are you
running
gonna
around like an idiot? Like, and I understand
they just kept going and going.
Right,
like,
and I get it. Like I've done that shit on Madden.
Yeah.
And like,
yeah.
You know, but real life, like, there's no fucking way. Again, like, you can convince me on when you're on your own 10 and you're up a touchdown. It's the final play of the game. You run around and take the safety.
Yeah.
And get out of dodge. Fine. Like I get it. But like they mismanaged that to the point where you give BYU not one but 2 chances.
Yeah.
And a fucking Hail Mary. Like, so, man, that was just a wild ending. So,
it was amazing though. It was great game.
Yeah. Cal barely beat Stanford. Stanford went against his own to Cal.
What? Stanford
was reverse psychology or what?
Yeah, Stanford. It was just too late for them. Stanford covered 14.5. The last 2 weeks for them too has been a lot different.
Yeah,
a lot different.
Yep.
But even though they did lose, pretty good to see. Maybe they can come around. Yeah, I don't know.
Yep.
But.
We talked Penn State, Minnesota.
Yeah.
We want to talk about Michigan.
Yeah, we beat them better than Ohio State. We beat Northwestern better than Ohio State.
We're grasping at straws now. Holy shit.
But of course it was at Wrigley, so I get it. Sure. There's no. It's a little baseball field, so whatever happens. But yeah, we did. We actually, we look like a completely different team. Like the last game and a half. Did we play Indiana last week? Right?
Yeah.
So the last game and a half, I will say, we look like a different team, which I'll say in the preview coming up for Hate Week. But at the end of this, that's all pretty much I'll say. There's a different team right now. Yeah. So hopefully,
it felt good. I mean, like I said, I was excited at the prospect of we need another game. Okay.
Yeah.
We needed to kind of see where we're at.
It was a bowl game.
We get 3 more weeks of practice.
Yeah.
It feels good to be in a shit bowl once the year was playing out the way it was. Mm-hmm. The last thing I wanted was to not play another game.
Yes, right.
The year wasn't that bad to the point where I just wanted to get over with. You know, there are things I want to see. There are players I want to see that are getting an opportunity to get in. And I'm excited about Jordan Marshall. I told you that.
Yeah.
The return he had at the end of that game was awesome.
You think you said you were going to see him next week? Or this week coming up?
I don't know, maybe. I just want to see. I'll tell you right now, number one, I hope Loveland's okay.
Yeah,
because he left that game and never came back.
Yeah.
We don't have Loveland. We have really no chance tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping. I wouldn't understand why the fact that he's been out this whole time, why he would come back for literally one game, but maybe he will because it's the game.
Exactly. Right.
We need Will Johnson. We 100% need Will Johnson.
Yeah.
If we want any shot of winning this game tomorrow. So, but I don't know. If he hasn't been in by now,
that's the other thing is, like I was gonna say in the preview. I don't think he's gonna come back. He's just saving himself, which sucks. Dude. He is the best defensive player in the nation.
Yeah.
And we're not gonna have him Saturday.
No. I haven't had him all year. Other than the first 2
weeks
where he made game-changing plays.
Yes.
To seal wins. He did it against USC and he did it against Fresno. So,
do you think we would have but Oregon would have been like a different story?
Oregon was still. I don't know. I still think
because Oregon played so bad against Wisconsin.
There's so many circumstances that we easily could have won another game or two this year. Maybe the coaching was different. The bad loss was probably Washington.
That was a bad
loss. It took
loss.
too long to move away from Orgy at that point. And I think maybe even if Davis Warren if we would have just stuck with him, maybe he would have kind of figured it out.
Yeah.
Tuttle coming into that game looked good, but he just wasn't really fully healthy and never was. Mm-hmm. So that sucked a little bit, not winning that game. Looking back at the schedule now, that's a bad loss. Because Illinois looks okay. Indiana. Those roads probably weren't going to happen anyway.
Right.
We weren't. We're never going to beat Oregon, Texas, or Ohio State this year. Mm-hmm. Just the way that.
No, the way that we were set up. Yeah.
Pitt. I can't. I love it.
You love their downfall.
Oh, I do. Yeah. I fucking hate Narduzzi. And again, if eventually they got to move on from this boulevard, they have to. Mm-hmm. And when they do, I've never hated Pitt. I just hate him.
Yeah.
So I want to see Pitt, get back to relevancy. I really, really do. But in the meantime, I'm going to enjoy this. So it is still one of the rumored bowl matchups for Michigan. Let's go. It's
if you could have that happen for you.
The one bad thing is with bowl season, we've always talked about this, that it's a different season.
It is.
It is. Even if Pitt loses the next game and loses 5 in a row,
they could easily.
They easily could beat us.
Yeah.
3 weeks it's a totally different season. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Missouri did end up. We were a little confused as to why that line was so low, and Missouri did cover.
Yeah, they did. I'm still I don't know and understand Missouri. I don't know, I'm still hung up on 2 years ago Missouri, but 39-20. That was such a weird game. I thought I was going to take that last week, did it? But
Yep.
Yeah.
I hate to say this, just like I hated admitting that the Steelers were good. Notre Dame's good.
Notre Dame is good.
And I know Army is overmatched, and Notre Dame has definitely benefited from a weaker schedule that may not have looked as weak 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But the way that some of the teams that are on their schedule that are playing out this year, like USC, Florida State, those, they looked like tough matchups 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And now they're not. So they're set up for a good schedule. But, boy, that's the one good thing about that Northern Illinois loss. It pissed them off.
Them off. Yeah.
They're not just winning; they're taking care of business.
Yeah.
So
are they okay? Are they okay looking into going into the playoff?
They're another one again, matchup wise. I'll tell you then if they. I think they're equipped to win a game.
Yeah.
Maybe two.
Heck yeah.
If they get the right matchups, but what could hurt them is the fact that they haven't really played. I think Army
and there's no conference.
Army's
They're not
good,
buy,
but the Army's not. They proved, and you're not going to get at those military academies. You're just not going to get the full. You're not getting 3, 4, 5-star athletes. The size of some of the players doesn't compare because they can't be that big.
Yeah, really though. Yeah,
that's part of the rules. So and they just got outmatched. I would have liked to have seen Army pull it off, but it's all about the Army-Navy game, and hey, just win your conference.
Just win your games. Yeah,
you're not going to get in the playoff now, and that's okay.
Right.
Because they probably wouldn't want a game anyway.
Yeah.
But now you got take care of business, and you get the right matchup, you might be able to win your bowl game, which that's huge for Army.
Yeah.
I still think they can finish the year ranked and kind of get back into it. So. Boise had to hang on in Laramie.
Yeah. Wyoming covers 22.5. It was 4 points. So crazy time. I just wanted to see stat line again. This is my every week. Genty. How many did he have?
Yeah, you have to let me know how you did today too.
And he only had 19. So they're trying to bring him down maybe a little bit. He's still 169 yards and a touchdown. So.
This was the Wyoming game?
Wyoming game, yeah.
What did you do today?
Let me check.
We'll stay on the blue turf talk.
Yeah.
Week 13 of the NFL
record store day today, so I haven't
34, 18 box score.
Sunday night football as the 49ers face the Bills on NBC.
37, 226 and a touchdown. So, yeah.
He's going for it.
Crazy.
Probably him or Hunter, right? Is that, you think
It's just those two. It's a two-man race. There's no one even close in this country right now that are even. You can't even say Will Howard. You can't really say.
Yeah,
you can't. Stats. Yeah, I mean, you can maybe Dylan Gabriel. I think is in the conversation. He'll be on the podium like the night of. He'll be like in the 4, I think, but really not another player that's not doing anything. So right now, though, it is, in my book, it's Hunter. I mean, without a doubt. Hunter? Without a doubt, yeah. There's, I mean, everything.
I think Genty could end up doing it if Boise wins out.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's the only thing that Genty will have is if they make it a playoff, and if they win a playoff game, because I think they're going to win the Mountain West. So if they do win a playoff game, yeah, I could see Genty doing it.
Well, the Heisman's before.
Oh, that's right. So, but now that the fact that Colorado, are they going to play? Are they going to play their conference game?
I think I've read something about the Big 12. I think Iowa State. See, I already forget. Okay, yeah. Iowa State, Arizona State.
Yeah.
Those two teams control their own destiny.
Right.
I'm almost positive of that.
Okay.
If they win out, those teams are going.
All right.
So, yeah, Colorado needs help. BYU still not out of it. I believe Kansas State still has a shot.
Kansas State.
It's like 6 or 7 fucking teams.
Wow.
They still can. Yeah, the Big 12's terrible.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So that is a one big conference.
Right.
100%. I guess we can say congratulations to Oregon State. Won the Pac-12 with a 5 and 6 record.
Yeah.
Can we get to the Pac-12?
Yeah.
We are the champions of the West.
Yeah. That would be nice, actually.
So yeah, they get to claim the Pac-12 title.
Yeah.
After a 5-game skid. Think about that for a minute. Like don't tell the America how many teams are in the conference. But Oregon State lost 5 in a row. And they're the Pac-12 champions. Yeah, so it's kind of weird how that worked out. But so good for Oregon State. They were 11-point underdogs at home, so good for them to win outright. Auburn A&M. That was the one that I'm like, man, why is the line only 2?
Yes.
That was the something. Somebody knows something.
Yes.
It was. Auburn jumped on them too. 21.
I watched this to the end. I
recorded it. I recorded it.
You recorded it. Yeah.
No. I take that back. By the time I drove back from Ann Arbor,
that's when I laid down to watch it. Yeah,
I did watch it live,
and I saw it
right after it.
It was freaking amazing. Like I had to stay up. It was like third overtime. They didn't do anything, and then they did it. So it was fun to watch. It really was. 4 overtimes is always great. So free football.
Definitely.
Free football.
Boomer.
Sooner.
Yes. Yeah. That actually scares me to want to go there next year, though. Do they?
Yeah.
Do they have something figured out now?
No, I know. I mean,
they're just Alabama. Alabama might be the most Jekyll Hyde team this year.
Yes, I can't imagine.
They've looked like the number 1 team in the country.
Yeah.
And then they lose. Vanderbilt and scored 3 against Oklahoma.
Right.
Who looked bad all year.
They're not good. Oklahoma's not. They're not good. And I think Alabama's not good either. That's my hot take. I don't think they're any good. So.
I do think Robinson, running back for Oklahoma, though. They found something with him. He's going to be stuck.
Yeah, he will be. Yeah. What's his eligibility look like?
I think he's back. I think. Iowa State held on against Utah, like we said.
Good win for them there. Yeah, definitely in the spot like that. Yeah. So Arizona State doesn't have their own. Well, there's 3 9-2 teams.
I think it's Iowa State and Arizona State. I think those 2 teams are in line right now.
Because they beat BYU. Arizona State beat. Okay. Yeah.
I think they're in line if they went out. They win. I think.
Yeah.
Again, don't quote me. Maybe we should do a little more research.
More. I'm just going with the flow here. That's what we do.
LSU, man, they are going downhill quickly. They held on, beat Vanderbilt. Like I said, a bad week for LSU fans.
Yeah.
They lost to Underwood, and he came off an L and took care of business, got a win. But so they are 7-4 now. And that's another team that at times looked like they could be a top 10 team in the country. So a little bit of a disappointing year for the Bayou Bengals as well. Kansas State blew out Cincinnati.
Fresno.
Yeah, some boring games.
USC 19. That was a Big Ten game. That was a
Big Ten game. USC, UCLA.
I always like to point that out.
Got USC bowl eligible. I really thought Lincoln Riley would have done better than he has.
Yeah. He may need to be fired.
He might have to be.
Yeah.
So
that's another good, interesting thing. leaves a great spot in Oklahoma, and now is here at a 65 USC team.
Yeah.
Who he had it made. They were not going to go after anyone that wanted to coach defense, and he doesn't. Just plays offense, but I mean, I don't know. He had it made. That's all I'll say. I don't know.
Yep.
Crazy.
So yesterday we talked briefly. Memphis upset Tulane. That took Tulane any shot that they had of getting into the playoffs. I think the playoff predictor had them at 35% with a win yesterday. Now it's down to like 1%.
Yeah.
They're done. So,
but Memphis is kind of overlooked in my. They're not going to get any recognition out of it.
No.
Yeah, they're not going.
But they're a good team. Yeah.
They are good. Yeah. But Tulane got all that recognition now. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and now Memphis isn't going to get it. It's just too late, I guess. But
we briefly at the top of the show here talked about Colorado blowing out Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
52-0. Boise beat Oregon State. Oregon State did cover. Minnesota beat Wisconsin outright as an underdog to retain Paul Bunyan's axe.
Yeah.
So going on right now, Mississippi State up 14-10.
Yeah, 14-10.
Early second quarter.
Stanford's up 3-0.
Over San Jose State. San Jose State going to win today.
It's going to win today?
I'm going to try to say it 3 straight wins.
Going to win today.
And then tonight we got Georgia Tech, Georgia. 19.5.
Yeah, something feels off there
too. Is that on a neutral or was that a home and home? I think that is old-fashioned heat. I think that I can't remember what they.
This is in Athens. It's in Athens. Yeah.
I could see Georgia Tech hanging around.
Yeah, I can't too. 19.5 is a lot of points.
Yeah.
And if Hans King plays, anytime he plays, he should really take the other side. He's good. So I like that.
Yeah, give me the points in that game.
Yeah, me too.
Nebraska, Iowa. Iowa's laying 3. The Cornhuskers got bowl eligible. Iowa at home, I guess I'd take Iowa.
What a nasty game it feels. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Iowa at home at night.
I agree.
That's a tough stadium to play in.
Yeah.
So was that 4th down? I believe it was.
They don't get it.
Yeah, Raiders went for it 4th and 1 on their own 39. A couple minutes into the third here, and the Chiefs just stopped them. So huge stop for Casey. The kid was
guy spitting.
Whoa.
He was just trying to get his words out.
Son. It's cold. I get
it is cold.
Wouldn't be the first time I've done that.
Yeah.
Utah, Central Florida tonight. Man, Utah just on a slide. 7 in a row. I had them in a playoff this year.
You did?
I did.
Oh my God.
Because I thought, again, I knew the Big 12 sucked.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, this is a conference they can win. But the injuries, I mean, this team might be the most devastating when it comes to injuries.
Yeah, I know.
They're getting 9.5 Central Florida. I think UCF covered.
Yeah, really. You're right. I would definitely take UCF here. I think on the side that they're running on, it's just Utah cannot seem to find it at all with who they have even left. So UCF for sure.
I do want to get a little bit off topic, and I hate to break your heart, but the Cavs are about to get swept by the Atlanta Hawks.
Are we for real? We're probably not.
That's gonna second time in 3 days.
That's both for the NBA Cups, I think. No, it's not. It's not. That would be for the NBA Cup. The other one wasn't. So, okay. But I don't know what we're doing for when we play the Hawks. That's not a good look at all.
You're 17-3 with 2 losses to the Hawks.
Yeah.
Who are they're going to be 9-11 after today's win, but yeah, Hawks are up 15 with a minute 20 to go. So
yeah,
it's all right. I mean, again, if I had told you at the beginning of the year the Cavs would be 17-3 going into December, I'm pretty sure you'd have taken that.
Yeah, right.
But I hate to burst your bubble, but Porzingis is coming back from Boston, so Celtics are only getting better.
Yeah, right now I don't know. I still don't know if we can get past Boston. That's the only team, but everyone else I'm fine. I mean, even the Hawks in the playoffs, I would take us over the Hawks. I mean, of course, it's just the regular season. So
gotcha.
But
all right, so let's go into Saturday's college slate.
Yeah, here we go.
UTSA at Army. Army's leading it, giving them 7. So it already bounces back. It's a W there.
Yeah, give me 7. That's good. I like the 7.
I love rivalry.
Yeah,
number 15, South Carolina. Number 12, Clemson. Clemson's giving them 2.5.
Give me SC right
You'd
in
like
the spot.
That?
Give me SC in the spot. I just I think Clemson, after I watched them play Pitt, and Pitt is not that good right now.
Mm-hmm.
I know Clemson's at home, but this is a spot where I think SC,
I think
SC
if
does.
South Carolina wins this, they're a serious contender to get in the playoff. A 3-loss team.
Ooh. But they're not going to play for an SEC.
They won't, but they probably need a little bit of help ahead of them.
That's what, right.
Do
They're
it,
going to need some help.
This gives them a shot. I mean, it gives them another signature win. I don't see what happens.
That's why, and they've been good all year. They've
Yeah.
been doing it all year. So,
Yep.
give me SC. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
Number 8, Tennessee at Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt getting 11.
Oh yeah, yeah. Wow, plus 11.
I just have a weird feeling. I actually think Tennessee's gonna cover that.
Yeah, I do
I think
too.
they know they feel like they got new life with Alabama losing.
Yeah, it looks like the public's all over the spread for Vanderbilt too. So,
Okay.
I like Tennessee in that spot.
So do I.
Yeah.
We'll skip that one because I know we're going to talk about that later. Number 23, Illinois at Northwestern.
Northwestern getting 8. Ooh, interesting.
I think we may have broken. But I think so.
Yeah.
They're 4-7. They can't get into a bowl game.
I think I am gonna take Illinois. I think
I think I like Illinois. So we get to the 3:00 games. Pitt at BC. To the Panthers lose 5 in a row. I think they do.
I think they do too. If Boston College is back and healthy, they will. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Give me BC minus 5.
Yeah, they're favored by 5.
Yeah.
NC State at North Carolina. I want to talk about that just because of Mac Brown going. North Carolina, giving them 3.5. Do we know who stepped in for him? Is it somebody that was there, coordinator?
Who's NC State right now?
I'll say North Carolina wins anyway.
Yeah. Wait, is he gonna?
Pacheco just busted one here.
Mac Brown's actually coaching.
Oh, he is.
He is
So
coaching
he's just
the
going
game.
after the year.
Yeah, he's going after the year.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely North Carolina.
Yeah, give me oh my god, I actually might smack that. I actually might take that. I'm gonna take that for real. Yeah.
Number 6, Miami. Got to go up to the Carrier Dome. I still call it Carrier Dome. I don't know what it's called now.
Yeah.
Syracuse is getting 11.
11 in the dome. Is that Pacheco? Oh, it is.
Yeah,
oh, it
is.
Yes,
Do you have him on a parlay or something,
dude.
or?
No, I have fantasy. He's back.
Okay.
I have Noah Gray and Pacheco.
Well, I did
and
get that from
Pat
a
Mahomes.
viewer, listener, subscriber, whatever you want to call it out there.
Yeah.
I did get that as a request that we needed more fantasy. And I was like, well, fuck fantasy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you don't do fantasy. That's why I don't bring it up. I love fantasy.
Sure. Like, if you want to have a fantasy.
Tyler's fantasy corner of the week.
There you go. You could do, yeah.
Oh,
you could do that.
man.
I'll just go to the bathroom or something.
Yeah.
If you want to take the mic and just go.
Just go.
To town, I don't care. But, yeah, that's up to you. You want to incorporate
All right.
your fantasy pick of the week?
Maybe
that's
next
all
week
you-
because actually we have this week and next week, and then that's actually playoffs for fantasy. So yeah, actually maybe next week I can start it right before the playoffs start.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Frank.
Yeah.
All right, so so did we talk Miami, number 6 Miami at Syracuse? Syracuse
Yeah.
getting 11. But every time I in the back of my mind want to take Syracuse, I feel like they do cover for me. I can actually see that being a game. I don't want to touch it, but as far as making it a lock or anything, but I would take Hughes.
Yeah.
I think we'll.
This is like my last week I'm ever gonna do it, but Syracuse plus 11
How about the
because
fucking over under 67? Oof. That's a lot of points.
that is a lot of points. You might take the over just because it's so
They
many
might.
points.
Yeah, they might still cover it. I'm not saying that they can't, but
Yeah.
just that's a large over under.
Right.
Iron Bowl, Auburn at number 13 at Alabama.
Give me Auburn.
They still believe in Bama. 11.5
Yeah.
favorites.
Give me Auburn all day. I mean,
Yeah, I think they'll leave hanging around.
I mean everyone's on Auburn for public life, but
yeah.
I like that. I like Auburn in that spot.
I actually think Bama's going to bounce back.
You think 12
I
though?
think Jekyll and Hyde's coming back. I think they're going to.
I do think Bama's gonna win, but I don't think that they can do the 12. But
Arkansas, number 21, Missouri. Missouri's giving them 3. I like Missouri in that one.
yeah, I do too. I like Missouri here. Arkansas maybe next year. I think that they can have a good year next year. Really. Yeah.
Cal at my team, number 9. Number 9.
SMU.
13.5, and they're at home. I like the Mustangs. Man.
Yeah. No, keep it going. I agree. Give me minus 13.5. That keep it rolling. That team is they are good, dude.
Yes.
They are rolling.
Territory Cup, number 16, Arizona State. At Arizona. Arizona's getting 9 at home.
Give me Arizona State.
Yeah, I'm with you.
They're taking it. Yeah.
Not Bucker. I forgot Bucker was hurt. Who the hell's the Chiefs kicker right now? I don't even know. Anyway, he kicked the field goal.
That's right. It's not Bucker. Yeah.
13-3 Kansas City 8 minutes ago.
Yeah.
We're half paying attention to the game. It's on.
It's kind of a stinker. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, that's what it was.
But
so Rutgers at Michigan State. I guess we can talk Sparty a little bit. Michigan State gave them 2.5.
I thought this was always Michigan State, Penn State, but is it because of all the new
teams? Yeah,
teams.
Still not guaranteed playing each other.
That's sad, man.
They don't play each other.
Yeah.
I actually, I think Rutgers. That was a bad loss last week for them. Michigan State needs us to get bowl eligible.
Yeah.
So being at home.
Good point. Yeah, I like the points too.
Yeah. Maryland number 4, Penn State. Maryland's getting 24.5.
Yeah.
I just, I don't believe in Penn State. I just don't.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're going to get in the playoff at this point. They're going to win this game.
Yeah,
but
not by 24.
Cover. Yeah.
I'm on the other side. I think they will. I think they are
they'll
going
this
to.
one?
Yeah, I do. I like.
Yeah, Maryland's been a little bit disappointing.
Yeah, they've not been very
I'll say
good.
that. Yeah. And it is in Happy Valley, but
Yeah.
24.5. It's just a lot for a team that I just don't think has a ton of firepower.
Right.
So I just like Maryland to at least, cover. Again, I think Penn State's going to be in control.
Yeah.
I think like 34-17, like somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
They'll win comfortably.
That's fair.
I just don't think they'll cover. Number 5, Notre Dame at USC.
I like this game.
You think the Irish keep rolling?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I like the line. I like everything about it. I don't see any issue with USC for them. Yeah.
I kind of agree.
-7.
I hate it.
Yeah.
My heart doesn't want to pick Notre Dame. So
Yeah.
my brain says yes. Florida State. Florida State getting 15. The way Florida's looking. If this game would have been 4 weeks ago, I actually think maybe Florida State would have. I would have liked Florida State 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Even as bad as they've been the entire year. But Florida's looking good right now. I think they're below Florida State.
Yeah, I think Florida is just going to keep it going. I don't see any issue with it. 15 is a lot, but yeah, give me Florida easily -15.
Okay. Oklahoma at LSU. LSU giving them 6.
Yeah, LSU. Oh, actually, I don't know.
I mean, I think we're giving it pause because of how Oklahoma looked against Alabama.
Yeah. I don't think I actually don't. I shouldn't even think about it. That's just like one of those bets you don't think about. It's just LSU -6. That's whatever.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I agree.
I think I'd give it.
Yeah.
And I'm a Sooner fan when I'm saying that. Purdue number 10, Indiana give them 29.
Yeah.
I think they bounce back and blow them out.
So
I think
so Indiana, Penn State, Ohio State, Oregon. Those are the team. They're gonna get in. They're gonna get in.
Almost no matter
Well, Penn State and Indiana is what I'm more of.
Here's the scenario that if for some obviously if Penn State or Indiana lose one more game, they're out.
Yeah.
So
which will be this
we
week.
really don't think. We definitely don't think Indiana or Penn State are going to lose this week.
Yeah.
So, that's the only way that one of those teams get into the Big Ten championship is if Michigan beats Ohio State.
Right.
Which is still, to me, more likely than Indiana losing to Purdue and Penn State losing to Maryland. So, hypothetically, if Michigan wins, and we think the other two things happen, that means Penn State gets in to the Big Ten championship against Oregon. I actually think if Penn State got in, or somehow Indiana got into the Big Ten championship, and lost that game, and lost handily, I think one of those two teams could be out because neither one of them have a signature win. Which is why I still don't even understand why Penn State's fucking 4. To be honest with you, I give the record, sure, and their only loss is to right now the number 2 team in the country. But who have they beaten?
Yeah, no.
Their biggest win is Illinois.
Yeah,
it's fucking 23.
Right.
So I don't know. And that's fine. Record-wise, especially in the SEC, has fucked themselves by beating each other and having all these 2-3 loss teams. I'm not saying Penn State deserves to not be in.
Yeah.
I just think they're going to get exposed when they get in the playoffs. That's all.
Yeah.
So, and we'll see.
Man.
Number 24, Kansas State. Number 18, Iowa State.
Iowa State
Iowa
minus
State
two and
needs
a half.
this. I mean, like I said, they control their own destiny. They're at home. But I think Kansas State upsets them.
Wow.
I just think that's how fucked up the Big 12 is right now.
Yeah, because at that point you like kind of want the. I actually like that a lot because you want the. You want it to blow up. You want the chaos.
I
Yeah.
Colorado to get in anyway,
Yeah,
so-
exactly. Right. So I like that pick a
Yeah,
lot.
I think
I'm just
that,
gonna take it with you. Because
yeah,
I
the Big
want
12 is so
that too.
fucked up. I just think that's
Yeah. Wow, that would be crazy though.
Yeah. Logic's trying to tell you, I don't think Iowa State. They need it. They're in control of their destiny. They're
Right.
home. They're only laying 2.5. Nope. They can't stick with it.
Dude, if that, oh my god, that would be awesome.
The
That'd be
well-coached
awesome.
This game I am excited about. Number 3 Texas, number 20 Texas A&M. A&M's getting 5.5.
Yeah.
I know they just lost to Auburn, but I like Jacobs in this game.
Yeah, me too. It's going to be close, but Texas, I think, can pull this out. If Texas loses, there's nothing. It's still them in Georgia for SEC.
I believe so.
There's nothing that could. Okay, yeah. So Texas A&M winning that would be awesome. So I would take 5.5. I like that. Yeah, I think Texas wins that game.
Number 1 Oregon at home against Washington.
Yeah.
19. So Washington beat them, and Oregon's only 2 losses last year. So I think Oregon uses it as fuel. I think they blow the doors off the basket.
Wow. 19 plus minus 19. Yeah, I agree. I think. How much do you say? Like 30? 40?
I mean, at least 19.
At least 19. Yeah, that's
28.
28. Yeah, when you say blow the brakes off, so I'm like, okay. But yeah, I like that. Minus 19 is good for me. I think that they will take care of them, no problem. No problem. Especially at home in Eugene.
Yeah. I know UNLV's ranked, so I mean, we talk ranked teams. So Nevada at number 22, UNLV 17.5.
No issues.
No
issues.
They know they need to do it to keep going.
Yeah.
So. Houston, number 19, BYU 13. BYU's giving them.
Yeah, give me 13, man. Give me 13.
I feel like it just doesn't look great.
They don't.
I think they win, but I feel like it's
not that.
It's a dogfight.
Yeah.
I would, again, not touching it from a betting standpoint, but if I had to, I would probably take the 13. I just don't trust BYU anymore.
Yeah.
All right, so let's look for a nice one-handed catch.
Oh!
By Brock Bowers. He's it, by the way.
Dude, Brock Bowers.
I'm pretty sure the flag is going to be for defensive pass interference. Because that's why he caught it with one hand. He was being held.
Yeah.
The Raiders are in business.
Dude, this defense, man, they've just lost. Wow, what a catch.
Well, it's kind of, I don't know if they're called. Let's see what this call is real quick. Yeah, it's definitely not a defensive pass interference. I want to make sure they weren't calling the push off. It is the Chief.
Yeah.
You got to be careful there.
Yeah.
Yep, the place stands.
Wow.
I'll call them Oakland. So Vegas is down to the 25-yard line. 6 minutes to go in the third, 13-3, Kansas City. So yeah, let's find our favorites and underdogs of the week. Did you have any in mind?
Oh yeah, that's right.
They could be much closer in this football game. Down 10, 6 minutes to go now in this game.
Man, it's tough week.
Yeah, another one.
I'll take Colorado.
yeah, that's good.
I'll take the Buffs.
That's good.
So yeah, college is 7 or above. I might ride the Mustang train here because I just can't help myself. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Give me SMU.
SMU.
Minus 13.5.
I'll take Florida plus minus 15 for my favorite ones.
Florida minus 15. I like that one. SMU minus 13.5. Okay. What I like about your pick is you're on the road. So
I'm trying to get points
you get
back.
this extra
I'm
points
trying to
there,
get
right
points
there.
back.
Yeah. So the underdog.
I feel like I need a big spread this week. I need just a big spread.
Go UW.
Yeah. No, if you're not, do you want Syracuse? Because if not, I'll take them. I'm gonna do it. The last week of the year for me for taking it against Miami.
I'll give it to you.
Do you want it? Do you want it? You take it if you want it.
I already went. It's like I'm a little scared of taking the same teams over and over, but because it backfired on you.
Yeah, really.
All right. Well, this is I think this is a good transition because I'm going to take the Michigan Wolverines.
Oh,
20.5.
yeah.
Fuck it.
You can have it.
I'm going to at least.
I am gonna bet
praying
that.
for a miracle. We got
Yeah.
the omen of 4 straight ranks number 2s. We've got a brand new uniform combination
Yeah.
that
Dude.
Michigan has never worn.
Oh,
White on
whites.
white. So
I'm very
hoping
excited
that
for
we
that.
just channel something. Maybe we found something.
That's
else
exactly
we-
what we had to do. Though, is bring out a uniform combo like it. We had to come out with the ice. You know what I mean? So,
Keys to victory.
Keys to victory.
Keep doing what you're doing.
You are doing better, yes.
They are not committing penalties.
that's so
and
amazing.
killing themselves with
Yeah,
that.
and we need to
Keep
keep
that
turnover
going.
from Will Howard.
We gotta get fucking
Turnovers.
We have to win the turnover battle.
Yeah.
Period. If we lose the turnover battle or don't get or break even on the turnover battle,
Yeah, we
we are
would.
not going to win the football.
Yeah.
Period. We've got to win the turnover battle.
We need
probably
mistakes.
by 2.
We need mistakes.
We need
Yeah,
to win it by 2.
by 2.
At least. You know, the more we get, great. The
Yeah.
more likely we're going to win. But we've got to win the turnover battle. Don't commit stupid penalties. And we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So it's going to be cold, windy. I just don't think they're going to throw it all over us. We can't throw the ball anyway.
Yeah.
So we gotta find a ground game somewhere. I mean, this is one of the first years. Like even when I knew going into the game every year that we were going to lose and get boat raced, it was because I was always scared of the Ohio State offense. I'm not really scared of their offense. They have the best receivers in the country, which they have for 5 years
Every
anyway.
time. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just don't think. I think our defense keeps us in it. I'm scared of being able to move the ball. They have a very good fucking defense. Our offense is shit. That's what scares me the most, which is why we need turnovers.
Yeah.
This is why we need field position. So I'm just banking on a slow, methodical, long possession game. I'm going to ride the 20.5 as long as I can.
Yeah.
Let's
Let's
try to get some
we can
points.
go to the we can just preview it. We can
Yeah,
preview
yeah,
it.
that's why I figured it was
So
a
we're
good
doing it?
transition.
Okay, good.
This is
Yeah, that is a good
yeah.
transition. So I am going to bet this game.
And we can chapter this out to say.
We will say this is
Yeah.
this is the game we have nothing to lose. I will be taking plus 21, and all I can do is pray and hope that there will not be a blowout. Because right now,
Wait a minute. My line was 20 now. Are you going to give me 20?
I'll give you 21.
All right. So
Yeah,
you heard that, American.
Yeah.
I gave him a half point.
Before.
I believe I gave you a half point last week. Didn't matter.
you did. Yeah, it didn't matter.
But
Before.
I'll take the 21.
Yeah.
Because
But this
I
game,
made up time.
Yeah,
And
really.
I'll take it.
really. This game feels like the line should be like 28-31.
See, I don't.
And
I actually think.
We do
I
have
think it's pretty close to where
yeah.
it should be. I would even say that you can make an argument because of the rivalry. Maybe it should only be 17. Yeah, I mean, we're getting another field goal. But it is in Columbus.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where that extra field goal is coming from. I think if we were at home, we probably would have been a 16, 17 point underdog,
Yeah.
and I would have given us a little bit more of a chance. I still don't think we have a quarterback. Warren has been better than what he's had.
Right.
Has been. He's a little bit more efficient. But there's nothing downfield. It is all short, methodical, which maybe is what we need to do anyway. I mean, we don't have the time. We don't have the athletes
To do it.
downfield.
Yeah.
We just don't have time to do it.
I'm hoping that there's a scheme on offense that they're running that's going to be different than what we've seen because the film that we showed the people right now, like that we showed at Ohio State, is if we keep doing that, they're going to shut it. No issue, but shut it down.
And maybe it is 22 all over again. I mean, 21 was due to happen. We out-physicaled them.
Yes.
Haskins
Ran the ball.
fucking ran all over the place,
Yeah.
all the touchdowns. We won with defense. Aiden Hutchinson with all the sacks. Like, that's why we won. The second, when we beat them in Columbus, that was like shit that we hadn't seen all year.
Yeah.
Like, McCarthy's just winging it around like crazy. Like, we were running the ball all year, and then all of a sudden, boom, bomb. Cornelius, and I forget the other one. And then, Donovan had fucking long runs to seal the deal.
Yeah.
But, like, we looked so different in that game than we had going into that.
Yes.
That was like, holy shit, it was almost like we saved it for this.
That's what
clinging.
Exactly.
I'm clinging to the fact that we haven't shown shit.
We haven't shown anything.
Because maybe we're just saving it for this one.
That is the exact thing I'm trying to say here is, like, I think that we need to scheme it up completely different, and then just, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping for.
Yeah.
Exactly. So,
I mean, this is one of the least, like, again, everything meant, the games the last 3 years, it meant everything.
Yeah.
Right? Both teams were either undefeated or had one loss or were ranked in the top. We were ranked top 3, 4, 5, whatever, for 3 straight years, and we fucking won all 3 of those. And like the pressure of knowing, like, okay, if we lose, we're out.
Yeah.
It's only a 14 playoff. This is what I said. Like, that's why I wanted to win so bad last year, because I knew, number one, what the future was going to hold.
Yeah.
Especially the immediate future with the turnover they were going to have. And
the
expanded
players.
playoff, the paying players. Like, I knew, like, I was like, got to fucking win this.
Yeah.
Because if we don't, I don't know when to fucking win again. And I still sit here not really knowing.
Yeah.
I'm loving the recruits that are coming in and the momentum we're picking up there. I do think.
I think more investors are coming out of the woodworks. That's how we got Bryce Underwood.
Yes.
But, like, I think more people are coming out to pay more players, which is good.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I do think that we're going to get to the point where it really is going to be kind of a toss-up every year on who wins this game, finally. Which is
what we want.
Which is really what you want. You know, like, you don't want the knowing going in, like it kind of feels this year, of what's probably going to happen.
Yeah.
Right? But, like, the pressure, like, there's no pressure. Like, which is why I was glad that I know it was only Northwestern, but it's why I wanted to wrap it up last week.
Yeah.
We're going to a fucking bowl no matter what happens. The fact remains, Ohio State's going to the playoff no matter what happens.
No matter what happens.
On Saturday. You know, the only thing that, Ohio State still has everything in front of them to really get the number 1 seed if they win.
If they win,
because I do think that when they play Oregon again, they're going to beat Oregon.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. But then ask me again if they have to play a third time, because I think Oregon might get them back.
Yeah.
So, but, very next game that's on the docket, I would favor the Buckeyes, 100%. Especially on a neutral field. So, I do think that there's just less pressure overall in this game. The only pressure that we're feeling is the family and friends around us.
Yes.
And the fucking stupid narrative of, oh, you can't win if you're not cheating. Okay. Like, no, we can't win when we lose 18 fucking players to the draft.
Yes, right.
That's why we can't win this game.
Right.
So, that's what it's come. That's the only thing that's annoying about tomorrow's game, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's just the narrative around that.
It's just it just feels like it's just gonna people are just gonna hog down on that. Keep doing
it's
all
annoying.
of that.
And it's fun.
It's,
whatever. That's what you want to cling to.
Yeah.
Cling to the fact, oh, they're gonna take away the championship. Keep fucking waiting, because they're not going to do that.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you right now, if they strip away the title from the record books, I will sing the Ohio State alma mater on our podcast.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I will do that.
Yeah.
And you can write in the comments anything else you want me to do. I'll fucking do it.
They're
not going to do it.
Yeah.
At worst, we will get some kind of postseason ban, which
I don't even think we're going to do that.
Do that this year would have been great.
Yeah.
But that's the only fear I have with Underwood and a big class coming in. Is if they do decide to ban it.
Yeah.
When we're getting back to that point, I'm going to be pissed. But again, I would still take that over winning the whole fucking thing.
You're right.
So
right.
If that's what you're going to do, then whatever. But that's the only thing I'm afraid of is the narrative. But the pressure's off. Like, I don't.
We have nothing
if you win,
to
number
lose.
One, you should fucking win the game.
Yes.
And if you do, you're the 6th fucking team to beat us this year.
Right.
So whatever. Congratulations. Like, you have another win against a mediocre Big Ten team.
Yeah.
Which is 90% of your fucking wins. So whatever. Like, good luck in the playoffs. But and I do think that. I think this is a good year for them. And I said that, which another reason I wanted to win the game last year so bad was because of how hard it is to win it. And I've always said I don't know if Michigan matches up with the Alabamas and the Georgias of the world But that team was so different last year. They had the lightning in the bottle, and we still had to go to fucking overtime.
Yeah.
To beat Alabama.
Yeah.
So like it still was a battle to win that game, but they won it.
They won it.
And they lucked out with even though Washington was talented and undefeated, probably wasn't the second best team in the country, in my opinion.
No, probably not.
The fact that
I think Michigan was the national championship game. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It was.
Yeah, definitely. And then the week before that was probably a semifinal when they played Ohio State.
Yeah.
And I think Ohio State was a top 5 team.
Right.
For sure.
Right.
So those were, once they got those two, it was kind of like gravy, right? So that's why I wanted, because it's going to be so hard to win it for a program like Michigan, the way that they're usually naturally built. Maybe it looks different now with NIL.
Yeah.
With getting more talent that the SEC is used to getting. That could change the whole narrative of it. But that's what scares me is I don't know if we're a program that can win 3 or 4 in a row to win the whole thing.
Yeah.
The team could have done it last year as constructed.
Yeah.
But any other year before that, are you kidding me? Like I just don't think the Big Ten prepared you for it.
I know.
The way the SEC does.
Right.
Which is why I do think an SEC team will probably end up winning the whole damn thing.
Yeah.
So, but we'll see. Again, it's going to come down to matchups. But so that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah. I'm again, to reiterate, nothing to lose. So that's all I have going into it. I will be taking the points. I just hope we don't get blown.
The Raiders are just going to take a kickoff back. Chiefs got another field goal, and
you don't get it.
yeah, we got to talk it back to
what a
Abdullah
return.
just took it back to Kansas City's 25. There's exactly 3 minutes to go in the third. It's 16-3 Chiefs.
Wow.
So you're on the points too.
Yeah, I'll be taking the points.
Okay.
But I'm just hoping for a non-blowout.
Yeah.
Not a blowout.
Do you have a final score prediction? It pains you to say because you.
No, because I'm going to give a point spread that's not going to cover my bet. But that's just how I'm just real. That's how I am. I will say probably I could see 35-7. I could.
No,
Yeah.
I was going to say 31-10. Honestly.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
But it's probably one of the least exciting
I'm just so sad.
Ohio State Michigan games that I can remember for me, just because it's it's the first time in a long time that
Yeah.
teams are just.
Well, that's the other thing I was gonna say too. Is back in 20, I don't know, 16, maybe 15. The 1 year we were in Ohio State, we were
JT
supposed
was
to
short.
win. Yeah, when JT was short, that was the game we were supposed to win. We were on paper, we're probably better than them for a year finally,
Mm-hmm.
and they had no business winning that. We should have went in there and won, and then. I mean, they probably did have business winning it back then, but that's exactly, you know what I mean. So, hopefully, it's one of those situations, right? We can. This is the year that we can actually go in there and have no business winning and win it.
Yeah.
Scheme different, everything. So, I don't know.
It's just, I think what, like I said, what takes it away from me is this isn't like the 90s, the John Cooper days when. Michigan was just a middle of the road team, and Ohio State was ranked 1 or 2 and undefeated.
Yeah.
Everything in front of them, and then Michigan would beat them and knock Ohio State out of everything.
Yeah.
With the new playoff, we're not knocking them out of everything.
Yeah.
All we're doing is knocking them out of the Big Ten championship.
And now it's just like you
knocking
said,
them out of the home
feels
game.
like another
They're still
game.
going to the playoffs.
Yeah, it feels like another game.
And they still could. I almost feel like if Michigan did upset them, I would actually favor Ohio State to win the whole fucking thing because we probably would just piss them off and
to go out and win it. Yeah.
So to me, I would rather have them have a false sense of security. Go ahead and beat our ass, but then lose in the playoffs. I would take that because I feel Michigan's defending national champs. So I don't want Ohio State to win it the very next year.
No, I know
that sucks.
I actually don't think they will.
That's the only thing
think they will.
that's the only thing that's going to hurt. Ooh,
Brock
big
Bowers.
pass, Brock Bowers.
Wow, that's awesome.
16-9. Good pass for home.
This is so good. I need fantasy bad. I need fantasy points bad. I need fantasy points.
So I think that it just if I knew the future, if I knew Ohio State's going to win tomorrow and win the national championship, it would make tomorrow's game hurt that much more.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I mean, I'm probably number one going to turn my phone off. I'm going to tell you right now. So if you're going to post this show tonight or tomorrow morning, go ahead.
I will be
Anybody
posting
listening
it. Yeah,
out
I gotta
there,
get it
go
out
ahead and
tonight,
fucking
so.
text me all you want.
Yeah.
I'm probably not going to be responding.
Social media is deleted already from my phone right now, so I don't have any.
think
Except Facebook. I have Facebook.
I've been invited to go watch the game in numerous places.
Yeah. I am taking a bullet and going somewhere, and I don't know how it's going to go.
Good luck to you.
It's going to be
I'm
rough.
staying home.
So
I'm recording it so
Yeah.
that I can be behind and choose not to watch it
Yeah.
if it gets out of hand and fast forward. Like, so I just don't think that there's zero chance of me watching it live. I'm gonna be purposely not very far behind.
yeah,
Maybe a half hour, 40 minutes, so that if it does go the other way, I can immediately get caught up and turn the phone back on, and I will hammer everybody if we win this game.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like
If we win this,
if
dude,
we win this,
you have no shot.
I feel like I was pretty tame the last couple of years, even with winning the championship and everything last year. I'm letting everybody have it.
Yeah, I was.
As bad as we are, don't let us win this game.
Don't let us win this.
Don't let us. Because the next week's episode will
Oh.
be so annoying.
Oh my
to you
god.
Buckeye
It's
fans.
gonna be a whole hour of just maybe even
Are we letting Kajala hammer us though next week if Ohio State wins? Did we agree to that? I believe. I
Yeah.
believe we agreed to let him.
I guess. Maybe for like a half an hour. I don't know. We'll see.
Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do like a
We'll
20
do
minute
that.
segment and let 5 to 6 different people call.
Yeah.
Say their
Say their
say
stuff.
piece. We'll have fun with it. So,
Stupid.
but I think
Yeah.
on the flip side, if we're going to agree to do that they agree to be on the air when we call them
Oh, there's no. Yeah.
to make fun of them.
I don't
think
even
we should do
care.
that. We
I
should make
will-
that part of Hate Week.
Yeah, I will be doing that no matter what happens. I will be calling. I will be calling someone 18 times if they don't answer on this show. Because if it's Ohio State that loses, I'm calling everyone.
Okay.
Everyone. Yeah.
Fair enough.
There's both ways. It's gonna work both ways. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
So-
how about we take a quick break?
Yeah.
We're almost at the end of the third here. 16-10 Chiefs. We're gonna take a quick break and then get into the NFL recap and picks.
Yeah.
And turn some fucking lights on in here.
I know.
It got dark on us in the sunroom, and Tyler and I have a romantic moment here.
Yeah. There's no candles yet.
Yeah. Who's got the heater burning behind us here as our only source of light and the television.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right. We'll take a break.
Okay, we're back. NFL recap preview. Right now. Okay.
So we talked about Tyler having a big fat 0 for
Oh yeah, let's just
college.
do that. Yeah.
Points
Points
up with
is-
a 0 point NFL Sunday as well. Although, truth be told, I only had 1 point myself.
Yeah,
This is 2
yeah.
straight weeks that the NFL handed us a new asshole.
But you know, I don't know if you remember though. Haven't been great picks for NFL to pick from. There hasn't been. So I mean, like,
We're doing it because we said we would and pick one lock and one underdog a week.
yes.
But none of these I felt like, and none of them did I put up my actual money towards them. So
You're right. Me either.
Yeah.
Me either.
So that just tells you right there. It's like we're just kind of being forced our hand here. But,
Yeah.
So we'll start with Tyler. Commanders, minus 10. They flat out lost to the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Commanders might get broken. Like we were talking
Yeah.
about the Bears and how that Hail Mary broke them. I think the Hail Mary broke the Commanders too. They haven't won since.
They haven't won since. Yeah.
So ever since that game, neither team has won yet.
When I saw, I mean, the Commanders like had this game.
Mm-hmm.
When they started, and then just completely fell off. I think you're right. I think that after that, even that miraculous win, they're falling off. So just terrible.
Yep.
But
it was a wild last couple of minutes of that game.
it was. That's what I mean. Like all the returns and then
that big touchdown, and they missed the extra point.
yeah, like the Commanders had that game.
Oh, O'Connell just hit.
Oh,
Who was that?
I don't
I think
know.
it's a touchdown.
Who's
Yep,
11?
Tucker.
Tucker.
Yeah. So the Raiders are Trey Tucker. Raiders are an extra point away from taking the lead here.
Oh my God, this is awesome.
What is wrong with the Chiefs? A 2-play, 69-yard drive. That was the first play of the fourth quarter.
The Steelers are going to beat this team.
Kansas City?
Yep, they're going to beat this team.
For
Christmas Day.
Christmas
They're gonna beat
Day?
this team.
Okay.
Yeah. Can't wait.
I
I'm calling it right
I thought
now.
you were calling your playoff shot already.
No. Oh, maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
I still think the Chiefs win the division. I mean, they're 10-1.
Yeah.
So Denver's still 3 behind them. So I think Kansas City's still going to win the whole game. against a wild card team. So
Maybe they're not gonna. I want to know who the first round bye will be. Probably the Bills. I get it, but yeah, gonna be interesting.
I still feel they're still not winning this game, but
Yeah,
so
probably.
Carson
You're probably right.
17-16 Raiders. 14-52 to go. So your underdog of the week was the New York Football Giants.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that either. Actually, now that I think about it. It was a
We were
spot.
buying in
We had to buy in, and
with DeVito.
yes.
But yeah, Tampa Bay.
That's right.
And then I had the Chiefs minus 10.5 against the fucking lowly Carolina Panthers. I get it was on the road, but
You're seeing it
which is
right.
one reason I liked it because I thought, okay, get a nice little 5-pointer here with a road win, and,
Especially after they're coming off the Bills. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So
yeah, so they had to hang on to come back and win that one.
yeah.
And I took the Colts. I don't know why I keep betting against the Lions. Although I did tell you, had we done the show on Wednesday night, I probably would have taken the Bears. And at least I would have covered that. I took the Colts 7.5, and they didn't even give me a touchdown. So, yeah, between us, we only got 1 point. So the overall standings, when you factor in college, I'm up 37-28 after week 4. Week 4 for us, anyway.
Yeah.
Being on the air. Tyler, 20 of your 28 points came from week 2. So you've riding high from
Take
that
me
one
back.
huge week.
Take me back. Yeah.
Take me back, country. We're not singing unless Michigan gets a title strip from them. I'll sing the Ohio State at home.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't even know the fucking words to it, but I'll sing it. So we're looking to see if we can bounce back. So we'll dive into the NFL games that happened.
Yeah.
So Browns Steelers. Let's start there since that was last Thursday. You were there.
I guess I weren't. Well, we didn't talk about that. Yeah.
Blizzard.
What a game to be. What a game to be at. AFC North football. It was snowing. It looked like a snow globe when it was falling. It was snow,
beautiful
falling. Yeah, I mean, it's just you cannot get anything better than that. That is still at this point right now in my life. That is the best game I've ever been to.
Wow. Okay.
And my team lost, and I'm saying that. Best game I've ever been to. The funnest I've ever actually had. Well, no, second funnest, because the funnest was the first time we beat Ohio State and I rushed the field. The funnest time. Second time was that game. But the best game I think I've ever been to. Just because of the snow, just because of how it fell, the way that it was literally like, it felt like Christmas. It just felt like just home good, like Hallmark Channel, like I don't know. I can't even explain to you how.
You get sentimental.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. It was just amazing. Jameis Winston is just. I'm not even a fan of the Browns, and I wish he was my quarterback. That man deserves to play in every snap of every NFL game ever. Like it's just he just loves football. Like I can't wrap my head around. I love him. I just love him so much. How can you not? How can you not love James Winston?
The one thing watching from home, the one thing I was impressed with, that I never would have imagined going into that game with the way the two teams are going, direction-wise. How many fucking Browns fans were there? I mean, I know it was in Cleveland, but I couldn't believe it.
Well, it feels like they
the
always.
weather was shit.
Yeah.
They were what 2?
But that's Cleveland football. That's Cleveland football. They want to go to those games.
Yeah, but even in the last 20 years,
And it's the
the
Steelers.
Steelers fans were outnumbering the Browns fans in most of the games. I felt that way.
Yeah.
At least watching from home, it's the feeling I got.
Yeah.
But I mean, I could not believe how many Cleveland fans were there.
Yeah, no, there was. I mean, the fact
good
that
for them.
the record was. It is Browns Steelers. I think.
Thank you for not selling your tickets.
Yeah, really.
I mean, hey, one reason they won the game. So
Yeah.
Thank you for not doing that. I wish other teams and fan bases would do it. Even when you're having a bad year and weather shit, support your fucking team.
Right.
So good for the Browns fans for showing out for that game.
Yeah, but like going back towards it, I don't feel like it was just that spot. It was the spot we were to lose that game.
So you don't think there's any indication on what the rest of the season will?
Oh no, I'm not worried about like right now as it is. I mean, like of course I'm taking back like what I said, like first round bye, and like I thought we were gonna make it to the AFC Championship game and no problem and all that. I do think it took me down a peg for sure, but I don't see us getting hurt by the. I think we're going to improve and move on. You know what I mean? It's just one of those. It's a week in the NFL. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It was one of those games for us.
I'll give you.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see the big
Flag.
Yep. Kansas City will be inside the 30. Oh, they threw like 3 flags just to make sure.
Yeah.
It was legit call though. I know everybody razzes the refs in Kansas City, and they're one of the elite teams right now. They're gonna get calls.
Yeah.
But that was a legit call. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait at least a week before I kill them. We're trying to say, oh, I knew it. Same old Steelers. They're back.
You can't.
Because it's the Browns Super Bowl, or one of them. I mean, they beat Baltimore too. So you kind of have to wash those two out. The Browns got up for it.
We were on a short week, and now we're off. You know what I mean? So that's good.
If you lose to the Bengals, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you.
No.
And you're going to be back.
We're not losing Bengals. We're not losing Bengals.
Yeah. So I'm not going to kill him, but I'm going to wait.
Yeah.
I'm going to wait. You lose the next game, I'm killing you.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you had a good time.
Oh, it was great. It was.
Even at a
no sweat loss here.
well, even at a young age, that's good for you to not get upset, because I used to be that way. You know, we talked about this with Michigan, and as I've gotten older, I've gotten more mature and bouncing back from games. I still get pissed. Don't get me wrong, but it's I used to get really mad because I didn't go to as many games as I do now. I financially couldn't afford it, for one, and most of my teams are too fucking far away for me to go see them all the time.
Yeah.
So I always had to be selective. So yeah, it was like when I'd save money and go, man, it pisses me off when they lose live.
Yeah.
Now it just doesn't. I know it's part of it. Like it's not a guarantee they're going to win.
No.
So
especially in the NFL. If this was Michigan like last year or something, and we needed to like win it, I would have been pissed.
Yeah,
like that. Actually, Michigan for me though is just like that team.
Yeah.
But I was kind of proud. The fact I didn't get so pissed. So yeah.
I don't count anything as a win anymore. Like there's games I feel good about, but it's like I'm always scared when I go live. I don't care who we're playing, what the records are. I have respect that anything can happen and we'll easily lose this game. So I really try to tell myself, don't let it ruin your weekend. Like, because I always maximize my trips when I go on games.
Right.
To see other, touristy things in the cities I go to. So it's important to me to enjoy my time and not have it dictate what happens in the game.
That's fair.
Dictate my weekend.
Yeah.
So and I've gotten really, really good with that. I struggled at first.
Oh yeah, no, I still struggle with it.
Well, I'm sure you do.
Yeah,
but
I still struggle.
It's good that you could still recognize that it was still a good game.
Yeah.
And definitely wanted them to win, but it wasn't the end of the world if they finally lost.
Yeah.
So that's good. Anything else that you want to talk about the Steelers? Or
No.
Until the recap or the preview.
Yeah. Well, this week we won't have a game.
Right.
But yeah, no, it's definitely an exciting time. I also think though, like if it didn't snow the way it did, I think the game kind of would have gone a little bit different.
Wait, so you guys played on Thursday night?
No,
now you're gonna play this week? Wow. Okay, you got an extra 3 days. Yep. The league loves the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Wait, we do. Wait, I think we do.
You play this week? Is it this
No,
week?
we shouldn't.
No, I think you're off this
Oh
week.
no, we do play this week. I'm
do?
sorry, because
Okay.
we didn't play. Yes, we played. We played Thursday. Didn't play Sunday, and then we play this Sunday.
Okay.
Correct.
All right,
Correct.
scared
Sorry.
me for a minute. I'm like, wait a minute.
Sorry.
10-day break?
Yeah. No. Sorry.
Jeez,
Sorry about
man.
that.
You didn't even go to fucking Europe.
Bengals
You went to
this
Cleveland.
week. Yeah. Bengals this week.
It's like a European schedule.
Bengals this week. Yeah.
All right. Well, and Kansas City's bouncing back. I got first and goal now. About 11 and a half to go.
Yeah. But that's it. That's all I'll say.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, we talked about the Chiefs not covering again last week. Man, they are just terrible against the spread this year. Let's go right into the Vikings. The
4 is yours,
Minnesota
dude.
Vikings.
Because this team is pissing me off. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
Your team's pissing
I
me
have a
off.
1-game lead in our personal bet.
Yeah. But you keep finding
We're the fucking Steelers of 2024.
No, yeah, you are. Your team is not as good as freaking 9-2.
My buddy Dante said the same thing.
You are the
texted me after
Steelers.
the game, he's like, I can't figure out if we're good or not.
Yeah,
I
I don't
You know
know.
what though? That's what's so funny about them, because like 2 years ago, when Minnesota was winning almost 1-score games, it was the same way, right? Like,
Yeah.
if it was a 1-possession game, boom, win, and then the next week lose by fucking 30. So like but that showed you that like we're not that good.
Yeah.
Because like good teams don't get blown out that many times that they did, and the defense was terrible, and they got exposed by fucking Daniel Jones, which hello is now our practice
Yeah,
squad
practice
quarterback
squad quarterback.
Oh, nice catch right there.
He didn't get it.
Just third and goal for Kansas City. But yeah, so yeah, we keep finding ways to win. I can't figure out if we're any good either, but I've always said that about Viking teams. I mean, there's been years that at this point in the year we were 5-6, and I was telling anybody that would listen, don't let us in the playoffs. Like, yeah, we're 5-6, but man, we're right there, right? Like, we just need a play to go our way here and there, and I've felt that way a lot of times. So I'm just going to enjoy 9-2. I don't know what it means. I can tell you that, you know, watching other teams that have this record now, number one, Kansas City, I think we can beat the Chiefs. Because I feel like everybody's got a chance to beat them. They just sacked Mahomes, by the way, so it's going to be 4th and goal. Another field goal coming out of Kansas City. Mahomes is pissed. But I don't think that I'll say this. I don't think we have a running game to win the whole thing. We're relying on Darnold in the passing game way too much.
Yeah.
And I know Jones actually went for over 100, but there was like 2 or 3 runs that he busted out that dictated that stat sheet. So the Tennessee game was awful. When we needed 2 or 3 yards, we couldn't get it.
Yeah.
I don't trust our team on a 3rd and 1 situation. So down in the trenches, that's what scares me right now. Bears have a bad offensive line, and we weren't getting as much pressure as I would have liked on Williams. We let him run around back there too much. He threw for damn near 350. Let him back in it, like just a lapse. I mean, they had control of that game, so that was frustrating to see. Not recovering on onside kick, letting that game go to overtime. But if it wasn't the Bears, and the Bears are broken, and they proved that again yesterday, that they just can't win football games when it comes down to that situation. That's what was going for us, was who we were playing. And they, again, we talked about this, that's why I was so happy about the start the Vikings had, because I felt like, man, we have a little bit of a gauntlet at the beginning, and I knew this was the point of the year where, okay, we got to win the games we're supposed to win.
Yeah.
And they are. So they're taking care of that, which they have to do because, they're still a game behind fucking Detroit, and they're only right now half a game up on Green Bay. Like,
I know,
we can't get away from anybody. We're fucking 9-2, and we can't run a 9.
I think like now the Green Bay and Minnesota fight for a wild card will be electric. It's gonna be electric to see for sure.
I think what sucks is I keep looking at the playoff picture you're showing, and we've talked about this for years, so this isn't anything new. But like right now the Vikings are 9-2, they would be at 6-5 Atlanta on the road in the playoffs. Green Bay is 9-3, they would be on the road against whoever's leading the NFC West right now, Seattle.
Barely. But.
It just is like that's a little frustrating. Like I feel like. Playoffs probably should be reseeded. I mean, they're starting to look into that in other leagues anyway. So I would like to see that happen. And this is going to just end up being one of those years that it's very possible that the Vikings could fucking lose 3 games all year and be at a 9-8 team on the road.
Right.
It might happen.
Which I think you can win that game.
Could. Definitely. You preferably want that game at home. Like, 14-3 record, it should be a damn home game.
Right.
And it's not. Like, and it's definitely not going to be in week 2 either.
Yeah.
Of the playoff. Like, the only ways you get one is if another wild card team kept upsetting everybody, and then maybe you get it at the NFC Championship. Mm-hmm. So, that's the only thing that's frustrating. But it is what it is. We just got to win what's in front of us. I actually do think, matchup-wise. And the Lions, to me, are clearly the best team in the league. But I actually think we match up with the Lions pretty well. And I think we would have the best shot of beating them in the playoffs. I really do. But it's whether or not that we get to play them or not,
I know, right.
So we'll see what happens. But they got a shot. But I don't think, the run game scares me. And, does Darnold come back down to earth? Which is why I think the Daniel Jones signing is huge. Again, just like Darnold was a top pick at one time, he was in a couple of bad organizations, and now he's getting a fair shake at a decently run one, and he's doing well. I think the same thing can happen with Daniel Jones. I think the Giants are just a shit show.
Yeah.
And they're proving that with DeVito and
But
Walk not being able to get
ever
it.
since he came out of Duke and was drafted like 8th, I
I was never excited about him. I thought
never
he
thought he should have. Yes, yeah.
I always did.
But you're right. Maybe he can find the specialness he needs to be a quarterback.
And we don't need him to be the guy. We just need
yeah.
a more solid backup.
There's
Mullins is there.
Yeah.
So, and for the price that we got him for, I mean, the Giants, he got $82 million guaranteed after he beat Minnesota in the playoffs 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And we signed him to a $375,000 contract with $100 grand guaranteed. I mean, what a draw! I mean, that's unbelievable. So, and right now he's on our practice squad for the next couple of weeks. So it's very possible that another team can still actually sign him. So it remains to be seen if he'll eventually be back up. I would like him to be, at least for this year. We'll worry about next year. Because I really don't want them to be a battle between Daniel Jones and J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah, that's.
But if that's what it is, if Jones beats him out, he beats him out. But just win. If that's what's going to happen. I just don't want it to come down to that.
Right.
That's the one good thing about maybe Donald having a 1-year contract. I don't want to be feeling like we're stuck. Feeling like we got to pay them. So, but that's it. I mean, this is the Bears being Bears, and we'll get
Bears being Bears.
We'll get more on them here in a little bit when we talk about the Thanksgiving game.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the coaching change there. We'll try to keep it in chronological order first. So, anything you want to add about the Vikings? Or
they're pissing me off.
They're just pissing you off?
They're pissing me off a lot.
We're just not losing.
I would be rooting for you like all year if we didn't have this bet. I would be so happy for you right now. I know, but I would be so happy for you.
Yeah, it's the best of it. You don't want to lose a bet.
No, I don't.
Doesn't matter how much.
And now, of course, the Vikings are just. And the schedule lines up, and everything else is just sunshine and rainbows and stars.
It's now
freaking.
We got through the easy part. Now Arizona's a contender, at least for their division. I'm not saying Super Bowl contender.
Yeah.
And we got Seattle coming up, Atlanta, who's in first place too. We got to play Green Bay, Detroit again. So the schedule's now ramping back up
a little bit. Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. But Tennessee Titans.
I know it's
going into Houston, and I was on the verge of picking that one, so now I wish I did.
Yeah, but their defense is scary good. Like their defense is really good. Yeah. And Houston keeps making.
What to think about Houston now?
Well, they keep making these simple, like C.J. Stroud.
He's still 5, man. I mean, he keeps the division, but
yeah, C.J. Stroud feels like he's just not making the right decisions right now. He's also like he just got Nico Collins back, but it feels like he's not making everything correct. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, to make of what the Houston is right now, that's 7-5. Because they're not even. Are they even in the hunt right now?
Well, they're in first. Yeah,
they're a division leader. They're a division leader.
Yeah.
So right. So I mean, in that sense, they should be okay for that. But unfortunately for the Titans, like their defense, and there's a waste of a season for their defense because their defense is very good. So yeah. But
Lions again. That Colts were my upset pick.
Yeah, man. Dude, the Lions, dude.
They're so complete.
Yeah, it is.
They really don't have a flaw. The line's great.
They have two great running backs. They have all the superstars on the side they need. Laporta scored twice last week now. Maybe he's going to ramp up.
There were some shaky calls. I don't know if you watched the game yesterday. There were some shaky calls, though. They're starting to get a little annoying that they're the darlings a little bit now.
They should have lost
that game. Did you see that horse call yesterday?
Yeah.
I mean, that was, Chicago just scored that touchdown. We're getting it off the field.
Right.
I mean, he tackled him shoulder. Like, that needs, like we talked about those face mask penalties back-to-back weeks when we first started doing the show. And that just reminded me of the same thing. Like, and again, I just feel like there's certain teams that get the benefit of those and others that don't. So that sucked.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering how that game would have played out otherwise. But man, they're complete. I don't know. I just can't say anything really bad about them right now.
Yeah.
Other than that, I feel like they go after kneecaps a little bit. But they're thinking that Campbell said years ago.
Literally to heart.
Literally, yeah.
Yes.
Biting kneecaps.
How could you not play for Dan Campbell? I would run through a freaking brick wall for that, man. That is a football man right there. A football coach. That is, what a guy.
Chiefs are getting the ball back. 6:46 to go. They're up 19-17. Miami blew out New England.
Too late for Miami, it feels. I mean,
Well, especially after losing yesterday.
yeah.
Yeah, probably. Buccaneers blew out the Giants.
Not much even there either. Yeah.
No, the Giants were bad.
We talked about Dallas, Washington. Dallas, which we'll talk about again, I guess, coming up too.
Yep.
Denver, Denver, Las Vegas.
Yeah, I ain't got much to say about that.
Yeah.
Because I hate Sean Payton anyway.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. I mean, Bo Nix is. He's starting to get good.
He is starting to get good. It's kind of crazy.
It
Yeah.
is annoying me.
It is kind of crazy.
Green Bay blew out San Francisco. Boy, the 49ers. I know they got a lot of injuries. That's a one division.
Green Bay, dude.
There's only one team coming out of the division, man.
Yeah, really.
The Niners better figure it out fast.
Yeah.
So,
especially if Seattle wins, they want just beat Arizona. Huge win for them too.
Yeah. And I liked Seattle in that game, just being at home.
Yeah.
And then the Eagles, man, fucking Eagles.
I know, dude.
I hate to admit it. I had the Rams in that game, and man, Philadelphia's good.
They are.
Yeah.
That's a game I'm very scared of. The Steelers are about to play them too, so I'll be very scared. Yeah.
Monday night, the Harbaugh.
Yeah.
John 3-0 against Jim. So Jim figured that out pretty quick.
Yeah.
There's a good shot that those teams can play each other in the playoffs too. So
that would be a great game. Great game to watch. The Chargers, though, I still really enjoy it. Like, they're really cool. I mean, just the way that they're being coached and the way they're going. To only lose by 7, the Ravens, but I thought you were going to get blown out, maybe even more than that. So, yeah.
Well, when Baltimore's on, I mean, they look like
they could win the whole thing.
the whole
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. They're just a little Jekyll and Hyde with them too.
I think we still have a loss against them coming up too, which scared me for our bet.
Oh, you definitely have a loss for them.
Yeah.
Because, and again, what did Baltimore do on Monday night that they did not do against Pittsburgh?
They ran.
Gave the ball to fucking Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
How hard is that?
Yeah.
So, yeah, just head scratching. But, they're a complete team when they decide to be a complete team.
Yeah.
When they try to throw Lamar all day long, it's a recipe for disaster.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday's Thanksgiving Day games, the Lions Bears, what a terrible fucking ending
I
to
know.
that game.
I hate Matt
and it got him fired.
Yeah, he's done.
Deservedly so.
I mean, the Bears, that was the first time the Bears ever fired a coach midway through the season in their entire franchise.
Right.
I mean,
That's a
that
story
they
for
don't
them.
do that.
No.
They do not do that. And
Yeah,
you had to be that
You
bad.
had to yesterday.
Yes, you did. But I'm saying he was that bad. You had to do that. That's crazy. That is.
Made him go to the press conference though. How cool is that?
As he should. No. As he should. Yeah, that guy. You had to answer those questions. You did.
How about Thomas Brown? He's getting promoted quicker than Billy Madison, which is great.
Dude.
Like,
Yeah.
holy shit.
Yes.
You know, he's what was he? Quarterback, offensive game coordinator. Or no,
He wasn't
what the
even.
fuck was it?
He wasn't even. He was underneath quarterback coach, and then
But then I think he was quarterback's coach.
Yeah.
And then he got offensive coordinator. And now he's that coach.
Now he's that coach.
All within like 3 or 4. Like I said, he's literally like Billy Madison.
Yeah.
Second grade this day, third, fourth, fifth. Like, wow, crazy. So good for him. Good for Thomas Brown. So
Right.
it happens.
I think the Bears are gonna be a lot different. It's just too late, but
Yeah.
I think they can get some wins now.
I have a Bears friend that his prediction is Cliff Kingsbury, which I mean, I think Kingsbury's already proven he's a good coordinator.
Yeah.
But
You need
it
Trey.
didn't go very well in Arizona, so I don't see.
The guy I want there is Trable. Mike Trable. I want. Am I saying his name
Vrabel?
right? Vrabel. Oh, I said
Mike
Trable. Sorry.
Trable. You think it's
Vrabel.
bread?
Strable's bread.
You
Yeah.
know?
Mike Vrabel. Vrabel. Shit.
You just don't want to say his last name.
No, I don't.
Because of
Yeah, I don't.
that.
So I didn't say it right the first time.
Okay. I can see.
I can
that.
see. Yeah, I can see
see
him
that.
going there.
Yep. Probably. I'm guessing no moves can be made until the off season.
Yeah, I
I
know.
mean, at this point.
Interim for sure, but yeah.
Raiders forced the Chiefs punt.
Wow, what a game this has
They're
become.
going to be at their own 33. It looks like 5.25 to go. Still 19-17.
Yeah.
Cowboys beat the Giants 27-20. 2 in a row for Dallas, and they got like some winnable games. I mean, it's possible.
Yeah.
They can get. The bad thing is with Green Bay and Minnesota,
Cooper Rush, man. Yeah.
putting out the wild card records that they are right now. A lot of these divisions is going to be one or two bids for most. So, and they're not catching the Eagles. So, the Giants. I just texted my brother yesterday. I think the Giants are the worst team in the league.
Oh yeah.
I just
by
it's
far.
bad.
Yeah.
Dable, I think, is definitely gone at the end of the year. If not, unless he mismanages the game at the end.
Yeah,
like
really.
Eberflus did, then who knows? Maybe he doesn't make it to the end of the season.
Yeah.
But, Giants, it's like another organization. I don't think they'll do it mid-season. But I don't know.
If you make them, they will.
Yeah,
That's what I found out. Yeah.
Yeah. And the Packers, that was annoying. I did hit a parlay yesterday, though. I had.
Oh, nice.
I did a little Thanksgiving parlay, and I strategically and purposefully did one pick from each game. And I had DJ Moore over 60 yards receiving. Sweated that out in the fourth quarter. Malik Neighbors over 6.5 catches. Sweated that out to the fourth quarter. And a Tyreek Hill anytime touchdown. And I don't know if you saw how I got the touchdown. It was literally off a tip pass that was attended.
I didn't finish that game. Oh, really?
And the Green Bay defender tipped it up in the air, and Hill caught it.
Oh my gosh.
So hey, sometimes you lose a lot like that in the betting world.
Yeah.
It was a nice little
nice way to win it.
Three-leg parlay that I hit.
Yeah.
One from each game. So it kept me interested and entertained through the Thanksgiving holiday.
That's good.
Of course. Anything else from the recap? Obviously, we're
watching this game.
Did you say that who would you have? Be honest here. You're only lying to yourself if you lie. Would you have taken?
Yeah, no, I would have taken. Oh no, I would have taken the Chiefs. Yeah,
Okay,
I would have taken the Chiefs.
Yeah, me too. And like I said, when we got on here at 3-3, I was like, no, give me the Raiders.
Yeah.
And it's looking like they're at least going to cover. They're driving, in fact, to win the
really?
game. So crazy. Bauer's almost 700 yards in this game.
I wish I had him.
So we'll kind of go like one game at a time here for the upcoming week. We're getting down to the end of this game, so we want to, any big plays happen, talk about it.
Yeah.
Bowers again. He's over 100. 8 catches.
Man.
Raiders are about midfield, 3.5 to go. So let's start talking Sunday.
Yeah,
games.
new week. Yeah.
Chargers Falcons. Atlanta's at home getting a point. Man, I don't know what to think about this game.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Mm-hmm. I feel like Atlanta's due. I think they've lost 2 in a row. Still in first place.
Wow.
I
didn't.
But then the Chargers coming off a loss at home.
Yeah, I didn't think they were going to lose 2 in a row, but man, this shows it they will.
Yeah. I mean, I guess give me the Chargers. I just don't trust the Falcons at this point.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't think
Bowers.
Bowers is just awesome. I can't believe this is the line. I agree. Give me the Chargers, but I'm not going to touch it now. Yeah,
I'm
but
scared. Yeah. That's one of the ones that I stay away from.
Yeah.
Really could go either way. Pittsburgh at Cincinnati. Bengals are giving them 3.
I love this spot again.
You do.
They keep doing it. No, they keep doing it.
Yeah.
Why do they keep doing it? Don't do that to Mike Tomlin. I'm telling you.
Yeah, and the public agrees with you. Like 73% of the Steelers.
I don't like that.
I mean, at least hey, that's one good thing about going late. We're at Friday, so we're a lot closer to what the line's going to end up being at than it is on Wednesday. So that's good for us.
Yeah, I'm taking
these picks.
Give me +3, plus all day, every day. Yeah,
okay.
+3. What about you?
I'm taking the Bengals.
Yeah, keep doing that. Keep doing that. Yeah, keep doing that.
Yep. Yeah. I just think this is a spot that the Bengals need it. I mean,
their defense sucks.
The defense does suck, but I don't know. Pittsburgh went 7 quarters without a touchdown. So
yeah. We probably gonna have to score a touchdown this week. But maybe our defense is that good.
Okay.
I am saying our defense is still freaking stellar. I mean, they still are a freaking great team. So
yeah, and the weather favors you.
Yeah.
They are calling for some snow. So I think that bodes well because that probably limits Burrow from throwing all over you.
Yeah.
So
I hope if
running game is a little bit better.
If it's like what it was last week, though, I don't like that snow for us. A light snow
Well, yeah, Pickens doesn't. That's what Pickens blamed the loss on. The refs in the snow.
The refs in
Which,
the
let me
snow.
tell you something. I watched the entire game. There really wasn't any bad calls. I don't know what he's talking about. So, there's a little bit of sour grapes there. Just a wide receiver being a wide receiver.
Free three.
Oh, yeah,
Free
Raiders.
three.
Free three, baby.
Free three.
Yeah, we should talk about that. Jordan Addison has been
Freaking on fire.
Yeah, but he's getting open. I mean, a lot of teams are choosing. And the Bears, like I was watching a lot of Twitter outtakes about the Bears, and they were all, fans are pumping their chest that they limited Justin Jefferson. I'm like, okay, well, Addison went for 162.
Yeah.
Hawkinson went for over 100 yards. I think like 120. Aaron Jones went for over 100 yards. So I'm like, oh, and we won the game.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
you shut down Jefferson. But yeah, they're double teaming him. So
Right.
the Raiders got a punt, by the way. Probably the right call. They got all 3 timeouts. They're in the north side of 2-minute warning, 2:21 to go. 4th and 11. I think they're at like the 42 or something. So
He's a third one here, though.
and I don't think you do a 60-yard kick, because if you miss it, you get Mahomes the ball midfield.
You don't want to
Even
do
if
that.
you make it, you give Mahomes 2 minutes to go get another field goal back to beat you.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking punt here, play defense, hopefully get good field position, and then you can put yourself in a position to walk off the game,
Yeah.
which is what you want to do. Oh no! And now, and guess what? After I say that,
Timeout.
the Raiders call a timeout and change their mind and bring Carlson out.
Who's already missed 2 today.
Yeah.
Right?
So and by the way, the Raiders called the timeout.
yes.
It's huge. Now down to 2, and this is a 58-yard kick. So if he misses it, you burn the timeout to change your mind.
That's gonna suck if they miss it.
I'm on the record saying I don't like the call. Let's see if he makes it.
Yeah.
He did not. I think it might have got tipped because it came off really funky.
3. I was right. If he did miss 2 before that, now
It's a bad call. Bad call.
Yeah, it was. It was.
I mean, I guess you're 2-9. What do you got to lose? But again, even if he makes it, the scenario is Mahomes over 2 minutes, 3 timeouts.
Of course, they're gonna win a win again like that. Like they're gonna win like this. Like
Comes down to the play call.
this team is not as good
I
as
think it got
they are.
tipped. No, it didn't.
That's just a
It
bad
just
kick.
that was a bad kick.
The grass out
It
there.
was short, wide, everything. So, yeah, he didn't get off that. Okay, so, well,
Yeah.
I was proven wrong. That's why I like doing these live games. So we can go back and say, all right.
I told you.
So, with the math here, I think, 2 first downs wins the game?
Yeah.
Checker got 6 on first. They're not using the timeouts yet. They're going to let it run out to minute 1. Oh, no, they are. Okay.
So they're gonna get they stop. Yeah.
Well, now at this point, with the one that, maybe 2 first downs definitely win the game. 1 might.
Yeah.
All right, so Houston, Jacksonville. You got anything else on the Steelers?
No. Yeah.
Houston, Jacksonville. The Jags getting 3.5 at home.
Yeah.
Man, I just don't trust Houston anymore. I guess I'll take the Texans reluctantly, but just don't trust them anymore.
Yeah. No. The Jags are just not good either, though. But
Right.
yeah, I like Houston here in this spot too. Definitely bounce back. Maybe they figure out some stuff to do with Nico again. Get him back on that train. Yeah, I like that. -3.5.
All right.
Minnesota.
Arizona, Minnesota. Vikings winning 3.5. I'm a little scared of that half.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Vikings to win the game. I like that the public money is pretty even.
Yeah.
So that bodes well. I like the Vikings in this game.
Yeah, I do too. I think the Vikings take care of business, no problem.
Okay. You hate it.
I hate it so much.
Well, you could be a hater like me. You just take the fuck Cardinals.
Yeah,
Be a man.
no.
Be a man.
No. I want my record to
It's our
reflect.
first home game in a month, by the way.
Yeah, that is pretty crazy to think about.
I know. Which I don't know how that makes me feel, especially after they've won all these games on the road.
Yeah, now you go
Took care of
home.
business. Like, is there a little bit of a, cockiness or letdown coming?
I see no
it's
issue.
it's just the pessimist in me feeling.
I
that.
see no
I'm really trying hard to pretend I'm not a Viking fan and just holistically looking at the way the two teams are playing this year.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still picking the Vikings.
Yeah.
Colts, Patriots. Patriots get 2.5 at home.
It's one of those spots for the Patriots here. It is. I think it's.
Yeah,
I think it. I like the 2.5. I will take that. I like the Patriots today for this game.
Okay. I'm torn on this one.
Yeah, it feels like. Man.
Mahomes went 3rd and 2, and he did not get him. It was now 4th down, and they did not get to the
That's
2
big. Yeah, so another timeout.
On this punt, they would either way.
Yeah.
Because the clock would have stopped either way. The Raiders are out of timeouts. It's 4th and 2 now for the Chiefs. I think you got a punt.
Oh, yeah.
Even though Phil will beat you, I mean, they get the first down, they win the game. You're 2 yards away from winning the game.
Yeah.
Which may tempt them. It looked like it could have been in the hands of the fans. Which is surprising they didn't call it against him. Before we start the next game, it looks like they're obviously punting. They put a jacket on the hurdle.
Yeah.
So,
Dude, they can pin him here.
What do you take the game? Or call timeout. Now, see, this could give them a chance to change his mind. So we'll go ahead and sneak in another game here. Seahawks at Jets. Jets are getting a 1.5. I'm all over Seattle.
Yeah,
Jets.
me too.
Yeah,
They're so bad.
Yeah. And Seattle got to realize that, you're back in control. It seems like nobody wants to win the NFC West. But if you really want to win it, like, you got to win these games.
Yeah.
You can't. I know it's across country, and but
I think
1 o'clock game for a West Coast team. I get all that.
Yeah.
Which is one reason I like Arizona or Minnesota against Arizona. But they're only going Central, so although it's noon Central.
Noon Central. Yeah.
Which 11 a.m. to them, or 10 a.m. to them. Sorry. So either way, it's still 10 o'clock start to their bodies.
Yeah, I just the odds are not in this. Well, Seattle. Everyone's all over Seattle, so that's all that scares me.
Yeah.
There,
Yeah.
but yeah, I agree. I think Seattle can win that game easily if they play it right.
So the Chiefs did end up punting. Abdullah got a fair catch of their own 9 in the minute 56 of the 2-minute warning. So we'll see if the Raiders can go down and get a third and win the game. Barring a defensive score, it looks like obviously the Chiefs are not going to. Well, they would even if the defensive score would have covered. Tennessee at Washington. Titans are getting 6.
Yeah, bounce back spot for for the Washington.
Probably,
Commanders.
like, you feel like Tennessee just upset Houston. In Houston, Washington doesn't look good. So it's like you would think okay, you're gonna run the Titans, but I do think it's one of those.
Yeah.
Miami go the other way. Which isn't going to bode well with us trying to make picks. There's
nothing that actually.
We might have to break our rule a little bit here.
Well, there is some 5s.
Yeah, there is some, but
yeah,
we'd be grasping at straws, and it was 0 points.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay at Carolina. We're into the 4 o'clock games. Bucks at the Panthers. How did Carolina get on these 4 o'clock games?
I know.
They're at home getting 6.
Yeah, give me Tampa Bay. Yeah.
We consider that for upset. Rams Saints. Saints get 2.5. I like the Rams.
Yeah, me too. I do too.
They need to win.
They need to win that game. Yeah, give me the -2.5 Rams.
This is probably a game of the week.
Game
Philadelphia
of the week,
at Baltimore. Eagles get 3 in Baltimore. I know the Eagles are a big. I like the Ravens.
Give me the Ravens. I like the Ravens.
I like the Ravens.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love the Ravens.
And then the Sunday night game is supposed to be like a half foot of snow. San Francisco at Buffalo, and the Niners are getting 6. I think Purdy's slowly coming back into practice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he said he was. Well, actually, I just got an update while we were recording. Brock Purdy is questionable for Sunday night football. Kyle Shanahan expects him to play. Yeah. Give me
something about. I just don't. I think Buffalo wins the game.
If it's snow, I think Buffalo wins. Yeah, I agree there. Buffalo easily wins, but not easily, but I think keeps controls. Yeah, but I do like the 6 for the 49ers.
Yep. Then we get to the Monday night game, which they were rumoring to maybe flex this out.
Yeah.
And put in actually Cardinals Vikings is what they were talking about. So thank you for not doing that.
Yeah. At prime time.
So as much as I like, it does make me feel good as a Viking fan, living where I live. A lot of people, like when we're on national TV like that, people text me, and it's cool that people are thinking about me, I guess.
Yeah.
Whether it's good or bad, whether they're razzing me or, Give me kudos, whatever. But
Yeah.
it's still kind of cool. Like I've always liked that. That's maybe the one good thing about it is the eyeballs are on us, but
Yeah.
we usually like our shit show at night, so it's like I don't want the eyeballs on us. So thank you for keeping Browns Broncos on Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it has something to do with the way Bo Nix is playing. They decided to keep that game in there, but I like Denver in this game.
Yeah, I see no issue there with Denver. No problem. Bo Nix just keep that momentum rolling. Keep going.
Yep.
So I like that. Yeah.
So we got a 5-yard penalty on the Chiefs. Start the drive, 1st and 5. Keep an eye on this play here, and then we'll talk who are locks and underdogs of the week.
Yeah.
And we'll probably just stay with you to the end of the game.
Ain't no call. Oh yeah.
First down. That's point. So while this game's going on here in their drive, and they got no timeouts by the way, so they go pretty quick. So we got 5-point spreads is what we're looking for. It's only like really 4 games to choose from. That's where we're at. So we may end up having to do all 4.
Yeah. So we have Buffalo, Washington. And then we also have Denver. I'm just trying to pick them all out.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and take.
And Tampa Bay.
Oh, it's
Brock Bowers.
Yeah, it is. So the Raiders just hit a pass to the 50. Still a minute to go. Clock is running. I believe it's 10 catches for Bowers.
I do want to take Denver minus 5.5. Can I do that? Right? I can do that, right? Oh my gosh.
You want the Broncos as your favorite?
Dane O'Connell. He's just thrown. Yeah. Denver Broncos minus 5.5.
My upset is going to be Panthers plus 6.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, wow. So, screen Abdullah. They got down to the 30. They're definitely in field goal range.
Spike. Or no, we can go, I guess.
Oh,
yeah, we're spiking. We're near spiking. Let's spike
That'd be
it.
3rd down. Yeah.
Get it down.
I took too much time here.
They did.
If they do run a play here, which I think you need to. Like I said, make this the walk-off kick.
I think if you don't complete the first one, you got 2 plays before they come out and kick.
Couldn't get 1 first down.
I know. They stink, dude. No, they don't stink, but
Are they like the Steelers? When the Steelers were like 11-0, are they like the worst?
they might be the yeah.
Are they the worst 10-1 back-to-back Super Bowl champions?
Yeah, we're finding out different. Yeah.
This is crazy. I mean, yeah, I would have been all over Kansas City. I felt like they would have been due for a blowout. And they're on the verge of losing.
Yeah. Their defense can't stop anyone.
Oh!
No!
What's the penalty for, though? They're going to call a false start, which the play doesn't count. Huge break. So the Raiders fumbled the snap, and I think the Kansas City recovered.
Yeah, they did. Kansas City got the ball.
That's a Reeves pissed.
The Raiders weren't even lined up. It's got to be on the Raiders for not even having a
Oh, but
they're going to decline it.
Well, the clock wasn't running, so I don't think
Oh.
I got a lot to unwrap there.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep looking while they're... I'm going to turn it up.
I don't even like any of these.
I don't think there's a runoff if the clock wasn't running. I'm going to turn this up here.
Mm-hmm.
The Chiefs fans are winning because they haven't had anything to cheer about the last game.
It was a 2nd and 3.
The clock had stopped by 5 minutes.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and take the Commanders
Okay.
minus 6.
Well, now all that's
They
left.
last week, so
Now all I can do though is pick the 49ers because no, I don't want to take 10. I don't want to take
but you
Titans.
can. But what I'm saying is, you could. Oh.
Wow.
So they called it. I missed it. They called it legal formation.
They.
We're just talking about the command that Aiden O'Connell had, and he did. This is not on O'Connell. I don't mean to put it
Yeah,
on
shit. Sorry, I totally. We were gonna pause and turn it up so that we can hear the call, and I fucking missed the call.
O'Connell's not expecting it. He's surveying the defense. There's the ball. It's snapped. Rest of the offensive line surprised is
Damn.
and there's
So they.
on top of it.
And the play alive. This is going to clutch a playoff spot.
I don't know how he thought to snap that ball.
Yeah, I don't really actually see a false start there, so I think there was.
I think it was.
They called a flag, but I don't think. Yeah, there wasn't a false start. I mean, it actually was a good call.
Because the Chiefs, their ball, they're going to have to run. Meanwhile, the conversation continues.
You see that right guard tap, Barnum tapped the center. Jackson Powers Johnson. Usually when you're on the road with silent count, that's to let the center know we're good, we're ready to go.
Especially in the Chiefs. Okay,
They're getting so lucky.
Yeah, I said the Steelers were the luckiest team in the league. Kansas City. You know what though? When you're good, you create your own luck. I mean, it's just.
Yeah.
We saw the debacle yesterday with the Bears and Caleb Williams and Eberflus, the end of the game disaster. And as good as that looked,
Yeah, it's one of those like, yeah, they thought there would be a false start, which would have given them, 5 minutes back. Man, they don't even get a field goal attempt to win. Miss a 58-yarder, and I know they don't get a chance to
Like,
kick one at the end. Chiefs are
they just keep getting away with this.
11-1, and I just don't know how.
Oh my God.
Raiders fall to 2-10. There it is. There's the reason they're 11-1. Taylor Swift effect.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh. So,
Oh
another
my
dub,
God.
another non-cover for Kansas City. Crazy. But anyway, what I was saying is you could take the Titans, like you could take one of the games they did and just go the other way with the underdog.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's the Panthers, but so yeah, you could easily take the Commanders or the Titans with 6, or yeah, you're kind of stuck with the 9.
Yeah.
If you want to guarantee yourself some points, just take the Browns plus 5.5.
I know.
And then you win all.
That's awful.
It's like Pat McAfee.
Yeah, yeah.
Just to get on the board here.
Yeah, I guess, and maybe this is a good thing for me. I love the Bills. I'm just going to take the 49ers plus 6.
Okay.
Maybe that's a good spot for me to think I love the Bills, but maybe the 49ers figure it out. I doubt it, but, here we are.
I mean, I feel bad. Like, I don't know if I'm, like, if you wanted the Panthers.
No, I didn't. I didn't like the Panthers either, though.
I wonder, do we make our picks before you get here, before we get on the air, like an hour? Like, and if we have the same teams, we have the same team. It could be something we could do so we're not influencing each other.
Well, yeah, but I don't think I was necessarily influenced either. Well, because I don't like the Panthers, and I didn't like.
Okay.
I like the Commanders. Like, and you took the Commanders, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was pretty much a yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I think that.
So.
Which I like again, if you're making me pick that game, I would have picked the Niners too. I think.
Yeah.
So. So this might be something to talk about here. I'm a little interested to hear the announcers, but just after seeing the replay and stuff, I know they've been winning controversially. I didn't see anything that was controversial. I think the center just snapped the ball too soon.
Yeah, I don't know where he saw he even won the ball yet, though. I know he stepped into it, but he knocked him. But Aiden O'Connell stepped down, and then the guard hit him for that. So yeah.
So just man,
that's crazy.
I guess it's better to be lucky.
Yeah.
Sometimes, but Chiefs hang on. So kind of good timing. We finished up our picks and recaps and everything right when the end of the game. So we'll see what happens this week. Talk about next week when we're potentially going to be on the air.
Who is here next week?
Thursday is a little tough for me. We could do Thursday night's game, but we probably have to get started right around kickoff, if not a little bit 15 minutes later.
That's all right, yeah.
So we could do that, which is it's Packers Lions. So
you should probably do that.
Eyeballs on for me.
Yeah, right.
So I would like doing that because Wednesday was actually a pretty dead night. The only thing I was going to consider, Liverpool plays at 2:30 on Wednesday. So if we did something after that, we could talk a little Liverpool soccer. There's some big college basketball games on Wednesday night.
Yeah.
But there was no Cavs. So Blackhawks are on TNT.
National TV
in December. I'm not in that mode yet. You got me in this.
Let's go.
Early in the year,
Yeah.
so, I'm not quite right. I'm keeping an eye on hockey, but
Yeah.
I'm not fully engaged in it right now to fully talk about it. So, yeah, we can definitely shoot for
Wednesday or Thursday. Sounds
let's shoot for the Thursday night game.
Yeah.
We'll try to get on the air right around kickoff or something.
Yeah.
If not, we can always use Friday as a backup or something.
Yeah.
I don't have anything going on that Friday. They'll end up being a conference championship Friday night. So.
Oh, cool. All right.
I don't remember which one, but I know at least one.
That's right. Yeah.
All
right.
So yeah, we'll be back in a
We'll do it. Yeah. All right. Sounds good. Okay. Maybe we'll probably even talk Michigan basketball next week too, because they are ramping up. They are 5-1 now.
We're probably want to talk about that because we're not going to want to recap Ohio State Michigan.
Yeah. No. Probably not.
So that's why I was thinking that that game could be good. Maybe we'll get some Packers Lions fans on. Maybe get Merzak out there to recap the game a little bit with us. Talk to Lions.
We'll go through that next week.
Maybe let some Ohio State fans call us.
Yeah, really that too. I guess happy hate week, happy rivalry week. It's always a great week, no matter what happens. It is a great week of football, probably one of the best weeks in football. So, very excited. Check us out next week. Like and subscribe, comment down below whatever you want to hear or talk about next. Anything else from you?
Nope.
All
Go
right.
Blue.
You go Blue. I hope. Love you guys.